Okay, looks like we're live. Got a couple in the house already, which is cool. I can see you there, Snobby. How are you doing? I can see you, Tina. How are you doing? Let me just pause that off, and let me just use my pop-out chat because it works a bit quicker than the old StreamYardo. Let's put that over there. Oh, phone call. It's my mum. She'll have to wait because I'm on a live stream. You'll have to wait, mummy. Right, so let me just adjust all of this stuff down. That's it. And let's go back over to the StreamYards. That's it. Right, good. Saying none in the house is what it's saying, but that will refresh in a minute because there's a few of you in the chat already. I hope you're doing well. I've just had a banging Chinese, so I've probably got the old cold come now. But I went down with my mask on and my gloves on. A bit late because Riley Boy takes an age to eat his dinner, so I had to sort him out first. 19 in the house after 1.5 minutes. That's cool. If you can hit your thumbs up on the way in, that'd be fantastic. Let's get my pop-out chat up. I touched my StreamYard. So let's bring that over a smidges so I can see what's going on. So we've got Tina McKenzie. How you doing, Tina? Nice to see you. Mark Wakefield. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Gary Butler. UK Scrapper. Snobby Scrap Picker. What you done to your eye? Nothing wrong with my eye. My eye is fine, I think. Did Snobby say he'll be right back? I think I see him say something about being right back. What you done to your eye? Nothing wrong with my eye. My eye is fine. Unless you're seeing something I'm not seeing. Benedict, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Be right back. Got to change my internet call, says Snobby. Mark Wakefield's in the house. Gary Butler. Dusty Blonde, how you doing, sweetheart? JJ is in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Trash and Transportations, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Ali Max in the house too. Gary R's in the house. Nice to see you. BWS, which is Shamrock, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you too. Kathy Durbin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Shared me out on Hangouts. Thank you, sweetheart. Much appreciated. If anyone else can share me out on their community tab, just simply copy the link in the URL bar, put it in your community tab, and share it out on your YouTube channel under your community tab. That'd be cool. Andrew Throne, how are you? AJP, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Cherokee Revel, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And we've got Andrew Throne, Snobby Scrap Picker, lots of people coming in. Forever, how you doing? Nice to see you. Benedict White, where have I been? I've been indoors, sorting my little boy out. He was a bit late going to bed, so he has to be sorted first. He had a chicken chow mein with prawn crackers. That's his favourite choice, and a few chippies, and he just takes an age. And we ordered it at 5 o'clock, and he was still munching at about 6:15. So it is what it is. So I put a note out on my community tab, so I'll be at 6:30. It's between 6 and 6:30 when I go live, somewhere in there. Lucky Seven, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. So it is what it is. As we all know, there are certain rules to my live streams. It's just how I rock and roll. Not bad, mate, yourself, Mick. Time for a few tinnies. How's my week? Yeah, I got to my week in a minute, not a problem. I see Ireland are actually playing at the moment. So no scores in the chat about how Ireland are doing in the rugby, please. I am recording it. I've watched the first bit. I see that Scotland, was it Scotland? Who was playing a minute ago? Yeah, Scotland versus Italy. They got spanked. Scotland did very well, and now there's Ireland in there. So no scores on the Irish game, please. I'd like to see it when I get back in the house a bit later on. Apart from that, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, my week has actually been a really good week. First of all, rules. Let's go on rules. No more than 2 emojis in my chat, please. Hi, Lee. No more than 2 emojis in my chat. No high case either, unless your channel is in high case. I'll accept that. No obscenities or foul language in the chat. Also, my moderators, all 15 of them, I think that's all I've got, will throw you a warning shot over the bow to say, no, you can't do that. Please remove it. They will throw you another shot. After that, you'll be blocked. And it'll be then down to me to tell you if or not you can be unblocked later on. That's just the rules of the house. It's how I run my stream. And that's how I like it. And that's how it's going to be. Apart from that, when you come up onto the panel, same rules pretty much, as long as you behave yourself and everything is running on smoothly. I have no problems with what's gone on, what's said, but we all must play nicely. That's the rules of a house, and we're here to have fun. Ultimately, it doesn't sound like fun with rules, but that's what it is. We generally end up having a nice chat and a good stream, and enjoying ourselves. So if we can all do that, then everyone's a winner. So that's cool. So my week actually has been a bit manic, to be fair. I've got a belch coming because my Chinese is about to come back up. So pardon me if I do belch. There it goes. So my week has gone very well, actually. How you doing, Puller? Nice to see you, buddy. I'm in two-strokers for some reason. Two-strokers have landed in my shop. Been doing quite well. I've got one still just coming, a 94 still just coming, quite an oldie. Bloke says he just wants it to be serviced, which is cool. I picked up another job lot of strimmers, 2 Ryobies and one I don't know what it is, LTV or LTF or something. Not quite sure what the actual make is itself, but they've all been sat in a horse's field for about 2 years under a tree. Picked them up for free. I thought I'd take the pull cords off of them and all that sort of good stuff, just a few spares. However, one of the trimmers, it's a hedge trimmer, extension arm one. I've worked on that today, and you'll have to wait to see the video, but I was surprised. So yeah, at the moment, I'll just show you, my shop is actually 2-stroke babies. I've got 2 strokes absolutely everywhere, ranging from steels and handies and McCullochs and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I've got that on the go. I've got a little Chinese generator down here. The carburetor actually snapped in Snobby's stream yesterday. I've ordered a new carburetor. It's coming from Shanghai or somewhere. So that's coming, and that should be here within 2 or 3 weeks, pending the virus thing going off over there. They might ban the postage. But I'm hoping that the carburetor for that will just go straight on it and it'll run. So I've done about 5 or 6 videos this week. I've worked really, really hard to get in front of myself, and I've got about 5 or 6 videos done, edited, uploaded, and just unlisted. So at some point you'll start to see them filter through. The reason I've done it is just so I can take a bit of a rest. Because doing YouTube 2 or 3 videos a week and a live stream is not stressful, but it takes its toll. So I've pushed ahead this past couple of days. That's why I've been a bit quiet, and I've got loads of videos done, which gives me then time to sit indoors on my old laptop, and I can then get on and just do what I want to do around the house and what have you. So, yeah, look forward to seeing them videos out. About 5 or 6 will maybe released throughout the week and the next coming weeks coming. I've got a couple more mowers coming in, which are service work and what have you. So it looks like the season is actually picking off, and we're only the 1st of February. So it looks like it's starting to go. Ken's Small Engines, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I did see you earlier on somebody else's stream on Mike's Lucky Sevens. Hope you're doing well. Please feel free to check anyone else out in the channel. This isn't a grow stream, but please feel free to click on the 3 buttons next to their name and check their channels out if it's something you like, then do so. For anyone new in the house, my name is Micks Mowers, and I run a small YouTube channel which is repairing anything with a spark plug or glow plug. I'll have a go at anything. Not to say I will get it running, but I will definitely have a go at it and make videos of what I'm doing, and also of my life with my young child Riley, who has a very rare syndrome, and I bring him down from time to time. That's him up there, Riley boy. That's him. He's fast sleeping bed at the moment, so that's what it is. So that's what my week has been. Apart from that, just been watching the rugby. I'm trying to reduce the old fags, and I'm back on the old blowpipe. So hopefully I can stuff it. I might have the odd 1 or 2 during the stream, because that's just where I am. But I'm trying to reduce it and try and improve myself where I can. So hopefully we'll do all right. So thank you very much for that, Benedict, for hitting the like button. Yeah, if you can hit the like button, it helps towards the growth of my channel. My target is to get to 100 as per live stream. If I get to the 100 mark, then YouTube then puts my video on a separate level, and it gets escalated to the suggested box. And it just helps towards the growth of my channel. The bigger the channel, the more mowers, the more streamers, and the more videos you get. Therefore, it pays back. So that's cool. Carpet Chris, how you doing? Nice to see you. I saw a comment from Pete Froud somewhere. Where'd that go? Mick, is the Ryobi being a turd? I haven't even got them in yet. Pete, they are at the top of the garden. They're doing no harm in the top of the garden, because they've been out in the field for about 2 years. So one of them is a right old dog, a right oldie, and I can't even pull it. I don't know if it's hydro locked or it's seized. It could be one or the other, mate. But the other Ryobi is mediocre. But either way, I'll have them in the shop anyway, and just try and put a bit of fresh fuel in them and see if they turn over. They may not. We shall see. Stripey Lawn Cuts, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. So we just see how we get on. Does Riley like mowers? Riley doesn't just like the mowers. He loves the whole YouTube thing. He loves being on the camera. And in fact, he is a managing director of Micks Mowers. He tells me what to do and how to do it. Funnily enough, and he's becoming a bit of a little swine in the shop because he's tampering with tools and air compressors. In fact, as I said the other week, he turned up my air compressor up to full belt and it was shaking in the shed. And I wonder why it was taking such a long time to cut off because he had adjusted the how much to put in it, and it's only a 95 psi tank, and he had up to about 150, and it could have gone off like a bomb. So yeah, he's a little cherub. We love him. So, but he's cool. So that's me. So how are you all going? Are you all doing good? I hope you've had a good week. I've been corresponding with some of you via emails, which is always nice as well. People have had a few problems with small engines and what have you. I hope I've been able to help you. I hope I've been able to get you over a few hurdles. There is definitely a few people in this chat here who are small engine nuts, what I call them. Ken Small Engine is one of them. He's a small channel and he's looking to develop his channel. So if someone could please run Ken's Small Engines link for me. He's over in America and he has got a small channel, but he definitely should have more. So if someone could please just run Ken Small Engines link for me, that'd be cool. Just to try and give the man a bit of a thumbs up. I do give shout outs free of charge. I don't have to pay anything for that sort of stuff. We're all here to have a good time, and if we can get a few subscribers out of it whilst we're here, then that's what it's all about. Barry's visuals are in. How you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Just been seeing the movie there. Five Fast Life Out Loud. Oh, so that's a Vin Diesel joke, is it? Right. Cheers for that, Barry. I'll put my Vin Diesel glasses on because I know that Dusty Don likes that sort of thing. So I'll put my Vin Diesel glasses on and see how we get on with that. Now I can't see nothing. So I hope you're doing well. JJ, how's the bird? Is she all right? I hope she is. What's that? Is that Brings or Bings? Bings Projects. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. You look quite a new channel to me. Hope you're doing well. So that's that. That's me. How's your week gone? Thank you very much for Pete and Ali Mac. Much appreciated. If you just run it through now and again, that'd be nice just to try and get Ken Small Engines up to where it needs to be. He does deserve to be a bit higher, as do you all. I do try and give as many shout outs as I can in my videos and what have you. And when people send me stuff like Snobby Scrap Picker and Dusty Blonde, there's a video coming out because they sent me these number plates here with mine and Riley Boy's name on it. So thank you very much for that. But there is a video coming out. Nice to see you. Jack, how you doing? Nice to see you. So how's your week gone? I've got 42 in the house, which is fantastic. I've got Ken Small Engines link being run in the chat, which is cool. All my moderators are here. They're on guard and they don't take no prisoners, my moderators. In fact, sometimes I have to watch who they've blocked at the end of the stream. But they are there to make sure that this chat is kept safe and secure from people who perhaps shouldn't be in here and people who just want to cause trouble. I don't tolerate any of that on my channel. We're here to have a good time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the link out. And once I throw the link out, there'll be a mad rush of people to get up here to speak to me. Did I copy that, or did I cut that? What I do? I copied it, yeah. So I put the link in the chat, and that's the StreamYard link. Now, to come up on the panel, I don't mind who comes up. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTube viewer. If you're one of my subscribers, just want to come out and have a chat and have a good time, the link is there, so feel free. Once you tap the link, you just follow the simple instructions, but your camera must remain on whilst you're on my stream, and also your microphone should be turned on. When you come on to the stream, it say you are backstage and the host can see you, like I can see Ken in the background now. He's just tap link and Ken's downstairs. He's staring up at me. Fortunately, I haven't got any pants on for Ken, so he's staring at my bare backside. Once you get on the panel, in the back basement there, I'll ask you to do something. It could be silly, it could be serious. All it is there are some people that are recording YouTube channels and they're mimicking the channels themselves. And when they come up, they start then to display all types of manner of godly things, which we don't want on my stream or anyone else's fact. So if you wear glasses, I'll tell you to take your glasses off. If you've got a beard, I'll tell you to shave it off. Things like that. You'll just be asked to do certain things. And once you've done that, I can then bring it up on the panel. We can have a chat, have a laugh, and we'll go from there. Hello, Dirt Rider 500. How you doing? Can someone please run Dirt Rider 500's link also? For any of you that have not spotted Dirt Rider, go and check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. He loves a comment on his videos, especially the snowman building one. So please, can someone run Dirt Rider's video? He absolutely loves it. So Ken, can you please put both hands in the air for him, please, buddy boy? Both hands in the air. Thank you very much, my sweetheart. Up comes Ken. So here comes Ken Small Engines. There he is. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
How's it going, Mick? Hey, everybody. Getting a lot of subscribers over the past 5 minutes, so thanks, everyone.
That's what it's all about. It's all about sharing the love, being happy, and doing what's important. My back is burning. Let me just turn my fire down. I'm cooked on one side, so I might have to turn around a bit and do my belly, get my belly out.
Hi, Tina.
So how you doing, Ken? Are you doing well?
Yeah, working on your favorite engine, Tecumseh.
Oh Lord, are you?
I tell you, ever since you said you didn't like them, everyone I've seen have had troubles with. So I don't know. Karma. I don't know.
It's what it is. I've got one in my store. It's only on a mower, so I think it's only about a three and a half Tecumseh. Do you know what? It's the best Tecumseh you ever had. It starts every single time. It never lets me down. But it's the only one I found, so I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it.
Well, I tell you, around here, though, when you talk about snow engines, I mean, Tecumseh is the snow thrower engine of choice that everyone has. So we can't deny it. But over there, you don't have snow, so you don't really know about it.
I think they have made vast improvements in all areas, and especially over in the States. As you say, I don't get to see a lot of them. How you doing, Donald? However, if the ones I have, they keep coming up, and I haven't come across a new one.
Well, Tecumseh stopped in 2008, technically.
Yeah, they did, but they still. I was still picking up the old stuff. And when I say new, I mean 2000, 2006 would be nice.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting none of them.
Ton. They still make parts. There's actually a division. It used to be in Brazil, and now I think there's one in the States that actually makes the parts. So the parts are abundant. They still make them. You can still get anything you want for them. So,
well, I struggled, Ian. I can't stick around. Okay, Ian, no worries, mate. It's fine. Thanks for popping in, buddy. I did struggle. I had a Tecumseh the other month. It might have even been last season. Actually, funny. Yeah, last season. And the carburetor main jet within the tube broke. And
plastic one or brass?
Yeah, plastic one. Yeah, plastic one. Yeah.
Remember, plastic. There were 3 or 4 different versions: blue, red, green. There's all different versions depending on the orifice sizes.
Definitely. I couldn't find one spare one on the net in the UK.
You didn't know me then. So now you know me.
No. So in the end, I ended up getting a donor carb off a mate. Yep. He bought a carburetor to me, and it fired straight up. I did buy a Tecumseh carburetor, which is very, very similar, but I think it was actually off of a cylinder engine. So I've got it over the back here. I'll keep hold of it just for a little while. So apart from that, that's only one Tecumseh I have actually got. And I'm not looking to get any more in. In fact, I steer clear. I've had so many bad ones that
but when you say bad, though, what do you mean bad? Didn't run? What was the problem? What do you mean bad?
I've never come across one that will do.
You're talking vertical engine or horizontal?
Yeah, vertical. I've never come across one that will do both. They run or they don't. I've not had one yet that runs badly. So I mean, one of them. I couldn't even get. Oh, when I first got it, right, I first picked this mower up. This was last season, and I first got it in. I put some petrol in it because there had no petrol in it. I pulled a cord and it fired straight up. Right, lovely. So I took the engine off to do the deck, do a revamp on the old deck. All the meantime, the engine is sat in the shed, right way up, doing what it should be doing. Rebuilt the lawnmower, restored it, put the engine back on. It wouldn't fire. Wouldn't even fire. Put some carb clean down the head. Nah, still not having it. Big spark, plenty of compression. Took the carburetor off, and the carburetor had like clay in it. It was full. Thank you, Carpet Chris.
Like the fuel does with the Jello.
No, this is like someone had been sick in it. Thank you, Carpet Chris. I should put that towards Riley Boy's Kinder Egg Stash Fund. Thank you very much for that super chat. So how does that lawnmower start with fresh fuel, with a bowl and float system all jammed up? It fires straight up and runs, and then you take it off, you put it to one side, and after that it won't. I'm guessing the fuel made its way through to the tube, but after the fuel had been sat there for 2 or 3 days, it had broken down all the stuff. And
2 or 3 days doesn't sound right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless a mouse got in there and did his business. I don't know.
Nah. Mick, have you got any Hater 41 grass boxes for sale? No, I haven't. Unfortunately, I'm actually after. I might know someone who does. Whereabouts are you, Bings? Whereabouts are you, mate? Because I have someone texted me today. They've got 25 grass boxes. He might have one in that lot. So just let me know where you are.
Hey, Mick, why are your grass bags all? I see you guys have a lot of plastic versus like the cloth bags here in the States. Yeah. Do you guys prefer the 2-piece plastic one, or?
It's pretty much what comes. There is an advantage, in my opinion, to having solid boxes, and that's number one. The mice don't eat them.
That's true. And mold and mildew and all that.
Yeah, they get very mildewy, and also they tend to clog unless you jet spray them. If you water spray them off, they clog up. A bag should be like a filter,
Yeah, we don't see too many of these boxes over here,
Yeah, we get loads. Hi, Ethan. How you doing, mate? Congratulations on your rugby today, buddy. That was an absolute arse spanking you gave the Italians. 40 points to 0. Congratulations, mate. I'm just watching the Ireland game a bit later on. So, yeah, I know the Viking and the Steel have always had the solid box theory. And to be fair, yeah, I like them. I like the solid boxes. You can stack them as well. The grass bags, they're okay for patching up. So if you get a little bit of a tear, you can always just get another bag, cut it, and sew it up, or glue it, or whatever. Melt it together, whatever it is. So it's just some and some. A lot of the cheaper brands over here tend to have them, but then on reflection, some of the top brands do too. I know the Hater 48 Pros, 56 Pros, they have the grass bags.
The only one I've ever seen over here with a bag is a Toro. Toro used to have on the commercial units with like the magnesium decks, they had a solid bagger on the back.
Yeah. It's just some and some. I've been watching some lawnmower reviews on other channels, and I know the new Steel lawnmower, which I wouldn't classify as a pro engine, although Steel are saying it is a pro engine. It bags very well, and you get a lot of grass in it in comparison, because the whole bag has got big vents, so the grass is forced to the back and sticks to
the chainsaw people steal.
Yeah. Well.
They make a push mower? I mean, I've seen electric stuff, but they make a... Yeah. Is it gas or electric?
It's gas, yeah. Gas.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'll try and find you a photograph of one.
Yeah.
Let me...
2-stroke or 4?
4-stroke.
Really?
Yeah, let me just...
Interesting.
Let me just find a picture of one. Bear with me.
Are the prices high like they are here? Because Steel, it's funny, there are no price breaks on Steel. What it is what it is.
It's pretty much the same. Still do command a big price. Let me have a quick look so I can find it. There's a new one out. I don't particularly like the design of it.
Have they been putting these out for a number of years, or is this like first one?
Well, Still used to own the company Viking.
Oh, okay.
That was an off chuck to it. Let me just so I can raise it up, and I can't raise it up. So let me try and share this image with you so you can see it.
Thank you, Ali. You get a lot of subscribers. Thank you.
There you go. That's what it's all about. Right. So let me just share this screen, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Share screen.
Is it orange and white like the other stuff?
Oh, you'll see it. You're gonna love it. Where is it? It's here somewhere. It might be up here. There it is there. All right, are you seeing that?
Oh, holy cow!
There you go. So that's
like a Kohler engine or something. Like your newer one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it's a Honda wannabe on there. I think it is a Honda. I think it's overhead valve. It's the Steel RM655V lawnmower with a multi-blade system. I don't like the single handle.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Well, the reason is that when they were owned by when Viking used to sell this exact same mower, the same as Vikings, with a solid plastic piece.
Yeah.
When it had 2 bars, one here,
it
was a bit of a pickle to get the box out.
So
what they've done was this is one solid piece of metal, comes all the way down, and it's welded across there. You can now take the bag out with ease, but to me that's just too much. When you're tipping mowers back, lifting them up, and all that sort of stuff, it's not for me. And I voiced my concern on somebody's channel, and I got shot down in flames for it. But it's what it is. So that's what they do, and they cut very well. The only other downside to it is they also have a smooth roller. Well, I like the feathered rollers with the grooves in, because they grip better for drive. But I'm not a fan of these solid stainless.
Is it driving with the roller, or are you talking for striping?
It's a self-driven roller at the back. It's self-driven and it stripes at the same time. But it's got a smooth roller, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, I must say.
Yeah, you like the tiger stripes.
Yeah. So they do that with a solid grass box. Let me throw the link out one more time for these people in the chat because they're a bit slow coming on up. I'll go and check Riley Bourne in a minute as well. There's a link there in case anyone else wants to go. How you doing, Tampa? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in. So they do that one, and then the Viking were exactly the same mower, but they were green and white.
Are there no more Vikings or what?
Say again.
Are there no more Vikings? This is taking over, or
I think we're still used to own Vikings, or yeah, they're the same family group. So I haven't seen a new Viking, to be fair. But then to be fair, Ken, I'm not really in the market for new mowers. That's not what I do. So I generally just go like to B&Q or something like that in a local hardware store, and I'll just go and just get a comfy chair and just sit and laugh at the prices for half an hour. So I'm not really into buying new mowers or in the industry for it. So I don't tend to come across them very often at all unless someone has a serious issue with one or just they haven't sorted out through the season. I might get a new one come in. Generally, the stuff that I get in is generally about 4 years old and older.
Hey, shout out to Boneyard. Hey, Boneyard. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Boneyard? So, hi, Andrew. How you doing, buddy? So, yeah, the stuff that I work on, as you know, is second hand, third hand, fourth hand, fifth hand, been abused, turned upside down, left out in the freezing cold, and no one cares about it. So that's generally what I get in. I know I was talking to somebody today. He bought in that steel. I forgot what make it is.
Trimmer?
Off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a it's a hedge cutter. So is that a trimmer? Is that what you guys call a trimmer?
Well, hedge trimmer. Yeah, hedge trimmer.
Yeah, hedge trimmer. It's a long extension reach one.
Oh, you got the pull type with the power head?
Yeah.
Is it all one piece, or can you take the head off?
I think you can take the head off of this one.
So it's like a combi, a steel combi.
Yeah, it's a combi. Yeah, it is a combi. But it's an old combi. He's had it from new. I don't know what year it is. I haven't even really looked at it, to be fair. But I think he said that he paid about £7,500 for it.
Oh yeah, they're not cheap.
That's not me. I just it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. You know. But then I'm not in the game. I'm in the game for repair. So what I tend to do is if I get a nice mower come in that's coming for cheap or repair or part X, I'll keep that for a season because I've got quite a big lawn myself, and I'll part it out, and for something else will turn up that's a bit more new, a bit more shinier, and you know I'm a bit of a magpie. So I'm now running currently a Hater 48 Pro with a 56 Pro engine on it that I picked up. The engine I paid about 30 quid for, which was seized from brand new. I got it freed up and changed the piston rod, renewed the rings, honed the cylinder head out and what have you, and it runs sweet. It's a little bit smoky. I might pull the cylinder back out this year. I've got a sneaky feeling I didn't put the oiler rings as per. I think there's a little bit of oil coming up through. It's not a lot, but I think I might just have a look at that. So I'm running a machine.
Get a set of Caber rings, though, Mick. The Caber rings from Greece, those are the best rings. Caber, Caber.
Okay, I'll have a look. I know this engine's done nothing, and the honing I did wasn't a great deal. It didn't need a great deal of honing.
Did it have a lot of aluminum transfer in it that you had to clean out?
No, not a great deal. I say the engine had only been run for obviously on fire up when it first got manufactured, and then this gentleman went down to buy it brand new out of the box. Went down to Hater and picked this engine up, and they said, "Oh, do you want us to show you how to use it?" He said, "No, I've had Haters all my life. I know how to use them. They'll just throw it in the back of the van, sort of thing." So that's what they did, and he got it home and pulled a cord, and he got about halfway down his garden, about 30 seconds in, and the engine went, "No, not doing no more." Well, it's a four-stroker. They didn't put no oil in it.
I got you.
It's a four-stroker. Yeah, they didn't put no oil in it, so it ran for 30 seconds. So I think it just got hot enough.
Yeah.
To stop. However, I've got a video about it. If you watch my videos, Hater 48 part 1 to 5, I think it is. The interesting thing is that the piston rod, the small bolt, you got one long, one small. The small one was 3/4 way out.
Huh.
Now for an engine that's only run 30 seconds and probably 15 seconds on testing, there's no way that bolt should have come adrift. So I think it's a manufacturer fault, and that didn't help, and it actually broke around the bone side. So I'm guessing that's what caused the initial damage. But as it fires up first pull, the drive is fantastic and it leaves a lovely cut. So because I can't sell it because it is a smoker and it burns oil, it even has to be sold to the right person who knows every 2 weeks, check the oil if you're using it non-commercially. If you're using it commercially, check it twice a day.
Sure.
You know, it can go to that sort of person. Otherwise, it can't go to anyone else. It commands a big price. I think it should sell for about £350 to £500 anywhere in there. But because it's not 100%, I won't sell it. So I kept it for myself. So I use it to cut my own lawn and the lawns that I cut throughout the season too. So it'll stay with me for a little while. I did see there was a company on eBay that actually are doing their copy engines. They're from China, definitely. You can get a copy engine overhead valve for about 120 quid. I might just buy one of them and stick that on it. You know, I do have a couple of spare blocks I could use. But for £130, I get a brand new engine. I get a year's warranty on it. I could just chuck that on there and be happy with that. You know, we'll see how we get on. We'll see. V8 Man's come into a chat. How you doing, V8 Man? Mad Kiwi's in the chat. Mega Dirty is in the chat. How you doing? That's a nice name for the channel.
There's Mega. There's trouble.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Who else we got? Ali Max in here. Tampa's in here. Boats in. How you doing, Boats? You back from holiday, buddy? Nice to see you. Lee's in. Any questions for me? I did miss a few. I've never seen a steel walk behind mower. Are they only available in Europe? You won't see a lot of them over your end, mate. Yeah, they're mainly over here. We're not in Europe anymore. We're not in the EU. We're on our own.
Oh yeah, that's last week. Yeah,
yeah, we're on our own now. They're over here. Yeah, you can get them quite readily available actually, and they're not a bad little machine. They're not my cup of tea. I do like the Vikings though. I've had a couple of Vikings before, and they're not too bad. I've just uploaded a good video. We sprayed everything we could think of the intake. Was running cold as a result. Check out everyone. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tampa. No worries. So yeah, that's that. So okay, everyone. How is the seagull life? What's the seagull about, Dirt Rider? What's that all about? No idea. Yes, I survived the Florida sun, says Boats. I'm okay, says a V8 Man. Got my gaming PC all up and running. Oh, you're sorted, are you? Cool. There's a link to the chat. It's only me and Ken up here, so feel free to come on up. So what have you been working on with Ken apart from Tecumseh? You had a good week or prosperous week? Or
I mean, I've got those 2 pull-on chainsaws that last week I had one. It was running perfect last Sunday. I figured, let me call the guy up, get my money, and be done. Says, let me wait a day. I always wait a day, let it cool off, restart it, make sure. So the next day I get home from work, I go to start it. It floods. I said, okay, pull-ons flood. I know that. So I went and unflooded it, got it started. But the idle's like, I'm like, what the heck? Now, I checked it out. I sprayed all kinds of cleaner around it. No seal leaks, no nothing, whatever. But now I just don't know. And I was talking to a guy. I'm trying to think of his name. He, oh, boy. I'll post it if I think about it. But he's got a lot of pull-on videos. And he was saying a lot of times – with those pull-ons, you run them one day, the next day they're crazy. So I'm going to do a pressure test video where I'm going to show the seals and everything to make sure there aren't any leaks. But when I did test it with carb spray going around it when it was running the first time, nothing. It was fine. I could hold it all attitude. Everything was fine. Now all of a sudden the thing's so I don't know.
So it could be a fuel delivery or pressure system.
Brand new fuel lines, brand new fuel filter, brand new OEM Zema carb. The whole fuel system, brand new. Everything's brand new. So that's what baffled me. Everything is brand new. Nothing used on it. Everything's brand new.
Have you tried?
Even the canned fuel? I made sure I used canned fuel. It's not old. Everything's new.
Have you tried putting the? Hi, Doug. How you tried putting the
Hey, Doug.
The jets all the way in and all the way and taking back out again?
It adjusts great. When I had it running that day, usually they're 1.5 to 2 turns out. They're right at 1.5. It revved fine. Everything's perfect. It's just that when I went to go do the idle, it was like, and I'm like, that's a vacuum leak. Normally it's a vacuum leak. And I don't know what like I said, I got to take it apart, take the flywheel off, take the clutch back off, just check for leaks with the Mighty Vac and make sure I know, because otherwise they'll drive me nuts. Oh, where'd he go? There he is.
There he is.
Oh, what happened? Someone take control of the channel?
Yeah, as soon as Doug turned up, he hacked into my PC and got rid of me.
There you go.
It definitely sounds fuel delivery. So hopefully
it does.
So. If you take carb cleaner and spray around the gasket, right where it bolts to the motor.
Doug, I did it all the way around where it bolts around the carb, on the cylinder, because it's a clamshell, where that bolts together, around every orifice I could think of. Back of the flywheel, I took the starter cover off while I was running. I sprayed in back of the clutch drum. I actually had it running without a clutch drum, so the seal was right there under the oil pump. Sprayed the heck out of it, and Sunday it ran and it idled. Everything was perfect. One day later, new story. So I don't know. So who knows?
Tampa Boys Customs.
What is it?
Their channel.
What is it? It's a chainsaw.
They're Poulon, the cheap husky called Poulon or whatever. The ones that you see, the ones marketed by Sears Craftsman, whatever, all the time. Usually you see them. There's those Wild Things or any of those Poulon saws. They're usually 42 cc, come with like 18-inch chains. Yeah, I mean it's $150 saw all day, brand new, and some people just want to fix them. But when do you say when? I had a video a few weeks ago. When do you say when? When do you say sorry? Don't fix it.
Yeah, I get that, and I've got 2 or 3 machines at the moment currently in the sulking shed because they won't behave themselves, and sometimes 2-stroke are just a little bit like that. I mean, you've been turning wrenches or spanners for a little while, right?
About 20
How
years.
many times have you had a machine? Your Doug, you've had a machine that you've got running. The next day, it don't run. So you work on it.
Only when you're going to bring it to the customer. 5 minutes before the customer's going to
that happens. That always happens. But I've had it where I've had some machines that I've had running, then they're pigs that they don't want to know. And then, in fact, that McCulloch strimmer or weed whacker is exactly the same thing. I did a video on it. It didn't start. So I think I did gaskets diaphragm on it, I think. Got it running. Bit of a git to tune, didn't want to tune very well, so that tells me the diaphragm's a little bit wonk. So I put new diaphragms in and it ran fine on the video. I was a hero. The next day, didn't want to do nothing, and I've been pulling on it like my life depended on it for about 2 months. Bugger me, I go and get it out of the shed 2 days ago, bring it down here, I put it on choke, prime the carburetor up 3 times, pull the cord and it fires straight up. And since then, it hasn't missed a beat. However, I'm going to fire it up tomorrow before I advertise it because it's now running. So I think it just sorted itself out. I think.
You think the diaphragm had to get soaked up with fuel, or
could have been, Doug? Could have been. It's one of them Chinese copy ones, so it could be a little bit slow to react. Sometimes a diaphragm can be too stiff from new, that you can get it, and there's no explanation for it, which tells you should buy brand new and genuine. But I've had problems with genuine, and that's sometimes the issue. You go and get a steel, and you buy a brand new Zama.
Well, you don't still own Zama, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you buy a diaphragm kit for a new Zama, and that's like over here. That's about 25 quid.
Wow! Holy
you cow. Put it in, and it ain't no better. But you get.
I never liked the Zamas. I always liked the Walbros better.
Okay, but you get one. You wait for 2 weeks. You get one from Singapore. You chuck it in, and it goes straight away. Go figure. So people say to me, "Do I endorse Chinese copies?" Hell yeah. Definitely. I rate them.
I've used them, but the only problem I've ever had, Mick, with those is after a year or so, if they let them fit, the insides get kind of chalky.
So we're not talking about the kit. We're talking about user error. Where people are not looking or not winterizing their kit, they're not looking after their kit. That there becomes the issue. But you're going to get that issue if you've got a genuine steel carburetor, Zama carburetor, and it's got Macchiol fuel that's not been used since October, and it's still sitting in there in March. You're going to get the same problem. The only saving grace is you might be able to reuse the diaphragms once you get the fuel out. But it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah, I see Boneyard's talking about a boat motor. I've seen it happen before, Boneyard, where you have it in that 55-gallon drum in the backyard. It runs great. Then you throw it in the water with your friends.
Well, I crank.
when when I first started my small engine, I call it apprenticeship, was when I was about 11 years old. I learnt on marine engines, both inboard and outboard. And some of the older stuff I used to work on, like the Seagull or the Volvo Penta or something like that. Yeah, you're right. We had a proper metal stand with a welded metal box. You put it on, you put it in there, and you clean all the impeller holes out. You clean them out so it sucks water through, and eventually you get it fired up and smoke the shed out. Yeah, you run it for about an hour, and then you put it on the back of a boat, and yeah, it don't go. It happens. It happens. Mick, have you ever
worked? Money pits.
Yeah. Boat says, have you ever worked on two-stroke outboard motors? Yeah, I've worked on two-stroke outboard motors. I've worked on paraffin outboard motors. I've worked on inboard Stewart Turner 1.5 brake horsepowers. I've worked pretty much any marine engine I've worked on, pretty much for boats and what have you. Pretty much anything. Pentas, Volvos, Mercuries, Mariners, Yamahas, you name it. Chances are I put a gearbox on one or change a timing on another. In fact, I have a nice story. I know one fella, he bought a Shetland. I'm not sure what Shetland boat it was. It is quite a nice boat though, which is a bit like the Porsche of boats. They're quite nice. He bought this boat with his engine, and it had a 4-cylinder classic racing Mercury engine on it. Now they don't normally make them in a 4-cylinder. They used to only make them in 3, but he had a 4-cylinder classic, and I think it was probably a red band, so it was relatively new. Anyway, he bought this off of another fella. He went out on it once, and he come back and said, "It's running a bit lumpy. Can you give it a service for me, this, that, and the other, and see what's going on?" So yeah, we looked at the engine. Engine looked fine, no problem. Full tank of juice. I said, "Well, can we give it a run, see what it's doing?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Give it a run." He said, "Give it the beans." He said, "When you get up there, give it some, and you'll see what I'm saying." So me and my boss went out in this boat. I was only a young lad. I was too young to know better, and we got around a corner on a 5.5 knot river estuary, and my boss just opened it up. The boat jumped out the air and shot off down the river about 60 miles an hour, and that's when we heard this peculiar noise, sounding very similar to what I can explain as a crank rod coming through the side of a casing. Wow. On 2 cylinders. So no, it was a lot more than that, and all of a sudden it went poof, and I had to walk back and get the breakdown boat, and my head boss was not at all happy. Of course, not doing me. I was only 11 years old, right? You can't shout at a kid. And when we diagnosed that the boat got back, we diagnosed the fuel. He put plain fuel on it, and because it was a racing boat, it was actually a 2-stroke racing boat. He had no oil in it, so that's why. So when we took it apart, we actually repaired it. We put a new crank on it, new pistons, and all the new roller bearings in there, and it ran great after that. There you go. I have a 6-horsepower Suzuki. They're nice little Suzukis, but I picked up last summer. I haven't tried to fire it up yet. It appears well maintained and sounds like it has good compression. Is it laying down or is it standing up? The outboard, because all outboards should be standing up when you're storing them and not laying down. That's a golden rule. They don't like being laid down. It's got good compression. Before we fire it up, make WD-40, a bit of 2-stroke oil, shove it down the cylinders, and just slowly pull it over, and it should go. It should go, I would say. Suzuki generally are pretty good.
Hey, Mick, a question about outboard oil. I've got a lot of people that ask me, "Oh, why can't I just buy, expensive outboard oil and use it in my 2-stroke?" And I say to people, look at what an outboard does in the water. It's a water-cooled engine, not an air-cooled engine. Yeah. I think the oil's probably a little different because of the temperatures of one versus the other. I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
Not only that, you're bang on. Not only that, but it should be debugradable. It should be nearly 100% debugradable, because not all oils are. And if ever you put an engine up, you'll see, if you sit idle for long enough, you'll see a big puddle of oil. So it should be debugradable, and also it should be able to handle cooler temperatures. Despite the fact that that engine gets really mega hot, it's got to be sucked up from the bottom, or the water comes up from the bottom, and it's got to be able to tolerate really cold temperatures as well. So there is a massive difference in 2-stroke oil for streamers, weed whackers, and marine stuff. Definitely, yeah, 100% different. I wouldn't even put motorbike 2-stroke oil in a 2-stroke outboard. I use different oil. What's this? I have a story about fixing the original African Queen in Jersey in 1990, steaming into a battery park in New York, coal-powered steam engine. The engine was made in Blackpool, England. Cool, yeah. I've actually worked on engines, boats, that actually sailed over from the UK to France in the Dunkirk retrieval troops. I worked on Britannia. I worked on the Arundel Castle. I worked on the Badger. They were all long boats that went out across the Channel to bring back the troops from Dunkirk. And both boats are still actually in action. I've seen them last year. They're still running, funnily enough, not the same engines. But I've worked on those boats. They're quite cool. Thumbs up for Micks Mowers if you forgot. Thank you very much for that, Ali Mac. I do appreciate it. Super cool person. The link is in the chat. I don't know why you're all shy today. Either you're all just sat at home with no clothes on, or you're out pretending you're somewhere where you shouldn't be. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Normally, I'm beating you people back with sticks to get on this panel. For some reason, I've got 50 in the house. That's cool. So, Doug, how are you going? I did see you on Doritos channel the other week. I see you up there for a bit. And I must admit, I did actually hear you mention that you've been to Walmart. Is that correct?
Went to a what you call a boot store over there.
Okay,
Thrift store.
Okay, so number one, you know you're not allowed to buy tools, didn't you?
I didn't buy no tools.
I'm not saying you did buy tools. I'm just saying you know you're not allowed to buy tools. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So why? So why are you putting yourself through this torment of looking at tools when you know you can't get them?
Well, I didn't see none in there.
Okay.
Only thing I saw was two miniature tripods and a taller tripod. So I bought the 3 tripods.
Okay.
And I also bought, that light me and you were talking about, like you got right there on your mic. It's got the magnifying glass and in it with the light.
The what?
That you could retract. One of them desk lamps, it's got
the old 1970s jobby.
Yeah. But the one I found has got the magnifying glass into it.
Okay.
And with the light up under.
Yeah. Is that when you're doing? Is that when you're doing your cross stitching or what have you?
It's good carburetors. Carburetors, so you can see the needle.
When I'm doing carburetors, there, Ken, and what I mean.
Are you saying that you're finding it hard to find them jets now?
I gotta get new glasses.
Hey, when I turned 50, I started wearing my cheaters.
I don't think it's the glasses. I think it's the eyes behind the glasses are starting to go. That's what
it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
When they told me that I was a diabetic, and they say, okay, every year you got to go get your eyes examined because you're a diabetic. Mm-hmm. So the first 4 years, I had to get new glasses every the 2 years. The first 4 years, and everything. So, and then when I lost all my weight and everything, and diabetes went down, and everything. And they said, well, you don't have to go get your eyes examined, not for the 2 more years. I said, cool.
Well, good. Got a question. Trucker Josh is saying, hi, can you help me? No, I can't. Sorry, mate. Moving on. No, joking. I had a mower that was running perfect the other day and started first time. Got it out today, about 20 pulls to start it, and then I pulled it over, and I could hear a popping noise. Oh. A popping noise. Go on, Ken, away you go.
Well, I'm just wondering, you hear the popping noise, did it jerk it back in his hand like a shared flywheel key?
Yeah, it could do. Yeah, so Trucker Josh, when you pulled the cord, did it there's a comment there. Let me come back to my YouTube chat. This StreamYard chat just jumps wicked. Trucker Josh, when you pulled the cord, did it snatch the pull cord out of your hand and darn near broke your fingers? You would know because it really hurts like a son of a gun. Did it do that? Or when you pulled it over, are you noticing the popping noise coming out of the exhaust or the carburetor? Because there's a difference. It could be a number, about 3 or 4 things, and diagnosing where the popping noise is coming from generally gives you a clue. So a bit more information.
Is it an OHV or is it a flathead?
No idea. I don't know. I don't know where Trucker Josh is from. He could be from the UK. He could be from America. Check the flywheel key, says Shamrock. No, it didn't pull it back. The popping was coming from the carb area. So I would say again.
Check your valves.
Yeah, I would say exhaust valve is what I'm saying. I think you got a problem with the exhaust valve.
Could just be the valve lash if it just needs to be adjusted. If it's overhead.
It could be. Yeah, check your valves. What engine is it? Is it overhead valve or what is it? Let us know what it is. Let us know. It could be a too much fuel in the carburetor where you've been pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling on it. It could also be a too much fuel in the carburetor. But sometimes we don't like it and they chuck it out the throat.
Or if he's got it on all the way on choke, and he's just keep on loading it up.
Yeah. But the good thing is it started, so it's not terminal. But it was getting it to fire initially.
Did we find out what the engine is?
It's a Briggs & Stratton. So is that a classic? Is that a 450E? Is that a 350E? Overhead valve?
Quantum?
Flathead? Quantum? God help you, it's a quantum. Let us know what it is. The answer will be coming very shortly. Briggs & Stratton. What engine is... Dan says, what engine is the best? What engine additive is the best? I don't use any additives, full stop. Don't need them.
Some of these guys here swear by the sea foam or any of that other stuff. I mean, if Jason was on, he'd be telling you about sea foam and all that. He puts it in everything.
Yeah.
But
I think he does drink it. I think he bathes in that too.
I think if you use fuel and there's not a lot of water in it, you're good.
So it's a Briggs & Stratton 3.5 classic flathead. So yeah, worn valve guys. Take the head off. Number one, take the head off. It could even be a problem with the head gasket. To be fair, take your head off. It's only about 7 or 8 bolts. Take that off. Check your gasket, and then with the exhaust and inlets, just give the valves a little bit of a wobble. They shouldn't move any. You may have a bit of a worn exhaust valve, is one I normally see. You'd be hard pushed to do a valve in on one of those, but it could also be. It could be carburetor issue because I do know a lot of carburetors on those. When you can pump fuel in, and you're just chucking fuel in that engine every single pump that you do. You're chucking it straight in the inlet. So it could be a very simple fix. It could be a good old gasket and diaphragm, and the carburetor needs a good clean.
Usually on those diaphragms and the gaskets on those, sometimes I replace them every 3 years, depending, because they won't pull fuel into that other chamber to suck into the carb.
It had recently been overfilled with oil. So that may definitely. I mean, if it's been overfilled with oil, number one is get it running, or get the right amount of oil in it, get it running, tie it back with a little doodad clip, something like that, or a bit of string or whatever you got, tie it back. And just fill the tank up with petrol and just let her run. Just let her run.
Change the plug though, because if it overfills with oil, a lot of times you follow the plug.
Sometimes it does, but I mean, I think you got to get that oil burnt off first initially. Once you got the oil burnt off, you can then diagnose what's going on with it. Get it running and then let it run, and then that should cure half the issues. I got a feeling actually it's not a valve issue, because you'd be hard pushed to do an exhaust valve in, especially if it's been overfilled with oil. I reckon it's carburetor issue is what I think. Spring might have come off the valve. It could be. I don't think it is a valve though. I don't think it is a valve.
No.
Rarely they ever go off.
Yeah, very rarely. Do you use additives over there with your stuff, Ken?
No. Like I said, to me, it's all snake oil. I mean, put it this way: mystery oil. If I have an engine that's locked up, I have one guy for some reason locks up engines every 4 or 5 years, and 8 horsepower, the old ones in walk behind leaf blowers. Okay.
Yeah.
So I put mystery oil in it, and I end up freeing it up. And mystery oil I like, but I don't put something in except maybe like right now this time of year we don't have snow yet, but I'm fixing snow machines. They may not be used for 2 or 3 months. I'll put stabilizer in the fuel before I put it in, just because I don't want them to call me back a month and a half later when we have snow and say, "Oh, it won't start."
Yeah,
so
exactly. I just sold a lawnmower. It was a Husqvarna. Which I had last season, and I left the advert up, just forgot about it. Anyway, someone texted me and said, "I want to buy it off you." That's cool. Come and get it. So I fired it up that night before they came around the next day, because I hadn't fired it up in like 3 months. Fired it up. It fired about third pull. Give it a run. After that, it fired it every time. So happy. And they weren't going to use it until March this year. And so I said, when you get home, run it right out of fuel. Run it right out so it cuts out. Same thing, just tie the handle back. Run it right out of fuel. Otherwise, you'll be coming back to me in March saying, that piece of junk you sold me, it don't run. And you come back for carburetor clean. My Lord, he looks just like my big brother. Can you get a T-shirt or something and just rub it across the top of your head like that? Would be good. I know you got a sense of humor.
Hey, Mick, he said he overfilled it with oil, though. I'm just wondering, had it been running it all since the overfill, or could they have hydraulic the rings, too? You know?
It
I've
could
seen
be.
that with rings with an overfill with oil.
Well, the funny thing is, I had that Rhino. I got going on the last stream. That was overfilled with oil. Was it overfilled with oil because
the gas getting into the crankcase is what I meant.
Yeah, oh, it could be. Yeah, could be. Yeah, it could be. It sounds to me like you need to get it running, drain all systems out, and start from scratch, and then you'll figure it out. How you doing, Snobby?
I have had the vacuum fuel pumps go bad. Got the prime, and sucked all my fuel out of my gas tank and went right into the crankcase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what supplies the pulse. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
How you doing, Snob?
I'm all right, thank you very much. Good evening, guys.
Oh, you sound croaky.
Good evening, Snobby.
You sound very croaky.
Am I?
Oh, you are. You better now clear the throat. You sounded very croaky.
I've just put my teeth back in. I
Good
couldn't
lad.
come up. I'm all like that.
Succotash.
In fact,
I got that problem.
I'll
borrow yours. Let me borrow yours, Snobby.
Sorry?
Let me borrow yours. I need a pair.
There you go.
So how is your gums then?
Yeah, definitely starting to feel pain up here and on now. Anyway,
I should have worn my shirt. I didn't wear my shirt today.
You're terrible.
Terrell Farrell.
Terrell Farrell.
Yeah, I've come up with a couple
Here's your dinner.
Yeah, go again, stop.
Oh, yeah, I've come up with a couple of questions.
Okay.
First one being, I've lost power in my mower. What's the problems?
You've lost power in your mower.
That's like saying I'm sick. What's wrong with me?
Yeah. First thing I'd be looking for is if you're losing power, it could be signs of heading towards catastrophic failure. Generally,
are we talking cutting grass, or what are we talking about?
Well, a lawnmower, yeah, just cutting grass. You know, it's just lost power.
It just gets into high grass.
Yeah.
No, it's just got slower and slower. You know, a bit like me as I'm getting older.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between losing power, because most lawnmowers over here are set to about 36,000 RPM generally. It could be a sign of catastrophic failure about to happen. It could just mean literally that the throttle needs adjusting just to bring it back. It could be a fuel delivery issue. It could be you're cutting grass for too long. Say again, Ken.
A leaking exhaust valve.
It could be leaking exhaust valve. Yeah, it could be. It could be cutting grass that's just too long for the mower full stop and not designed to do it.
How old is it? Is it fairly new or?
Oh, no. It's just a little bit of research I've been doing, Ken. You know, I just wanted to throw a couple of questions out there, you know, just to, you know. Next question is, if you've got an air filter that's only dirty one side, what would cause that?
What, dirty with oil?
Yeah, oil, dirt, grass.
Suck it from the bottom through the holes, which is going to be dirty on the bottom side, not on the top side.
It could be someone's just tipped it up on its side and the
tipped it up or overfilled oil. It's sucking it through the crankcase because usually they suck through the crankcase for emissions.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a sponge type, all you got to do is soak them in gas, wring it out a few times, let them dry out, put it right back in, and you're good to go.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people overfill the oil like crazy, and then the oil filter's just full of oil. I mean, the air filter's full of oil.
Also, some engines, not all, especially the Quantums, they're pickles for it. You can put them onto choke, and that will just piss fuel out of that carburetor throat until you take it off a choke. A lot of the new style chokes, they put the petrol the other way, but on Quantums especially, they chuck them out on the filter side.
Next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see on sharpening lawnmower blades. Right?
You seen what?
You know when you sharpen the blades on the lawnmower, it's generally only like a couple of inches of the blade, isn't it?
No,
Mhm.
should be can be up to about 8 inches.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is that correct angle there, or do you put a flat blunt edge on the front of it?
Generally, hand on heart, I do it all by hand. So I don't put a measured angle on it. I do all of mine. You can generally tell where the blade is. There is still a good edge somewhere on that blade. Generally, factory made too. I just follow that edge. That's generally what I do.
Yeah. But then, do you instead of that actually coming to an actual point as a sharp blade, do you then flatten that off so it's square?
All of my blade. No lawnmower blade is sharp. They have a good edge. And even brand new out of the box, they're not sharp. You can't cut your hands on them. They have a good edge. So what I do is I sharpen my blade, I turn it over, and I dull it off on the back.
So you don't ever have, like, say, a couple of millimeters that is just a flat edge.
Yes, there will be.
Yeah,
Dull it off, you dull it off the back, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Grass
If you have a factory blade, there's always a flat on the edge. It's never knife sharp.
Never knife sharp, because grass is designed to be cut on impact, not through sharpness. If you have a sharp blade and you hit a stone, that's that edge done. So it's actually cut on impact rather than cutting like a pair of scissors or something like that.
Yeah.
And you could tell when your grass tips start to turn yellow, the next day, that your blade needs work.
Exactly that. You can tell by the grass. Yeah. Next.
No, that's it. I'll come up with 3.
Where do you get them questions from?
Well,
Did they come from Mojo Princess Leonard?
No, they come from Senior, my old man. Obviously, he knows. He's been around petrol mowers for years, and it was only that told me about the blades. They don't have a knife sharp edge; they do have a blunt front edge on them.
I like the comment made
a very, very slight blunt edge on them.
Look at Peter Froud's comment: butter knife sharp. That's a good comment.
On all my comments, you'll hear me say I've sharpened the blade and I've dulled it off on the back. So I put a nice edge on the front side of it, flip it over, and I run the grinder across the back edge, which gives you that step.
That's it, the little step,
Exactly that. Yeah, that's what I do. It's much the same as sharpening a chainsaw. There's lots of different variants on how people do it. And Ken may not agree on how I do it because he sharpens the way he sharpens. I don't use the little tiny jig guide, 30% angle. I don't use that. I just do it how I've always done it, like I've done it out in the field, which is roughly 30% with a 10% decrease in the lift. So as you're actually sharpening it, you're actually getting into the tooth and pushing down onto the tooth as well.
Yeah. Some people into the gullet.
Exactly that.
Exactly the gullet.
Some people
BWS Garden Maintenance thinks I've been on Google for them questions.
Do you know what? It's actually nice to get some questions on here and people to ask. That's what it's about. As I have always said in most of my videos, I ain't no professional. I've been doing it for a long time now. But I always give it a go. And if I'm doing it wrong, well, just give me a comment and tell me how to do it. And I'll change my ways. But it's nice to get questions. Definitely. Thanks.
I know from last year when I found many mowers last year, I brought one home and it wouldn't start. And the old man came round. He said, "We'll take the spark plug out and have a look." So I took that out and it was absolutely black, dripping with oil. Okay, he said, "Got any petrol?" I went, "Yeah, I've got a bit of petrol." So anyway, he does no more. He pours it all over the spark plug, lights it, drops it on the floor, and pours some petrol over it. So it's now its own little fire to burn off all the oil.
Yeah,
literally all inside the spark plug. It's absolutely red hot now. This spark plug, absolutely red hot. It's burnt all the oil off. Stuck it back in. Started up.
Because you heat a spark plug is designed to get hot, and that's a trick that lots of people would do, like out in Canada, cold places. But actually set fire to the stuff, put it straight in red hot because it ignites the fuel better and it gives it that energy. So heating a spark plug up is I even dip mine in petrol. I dip mine in petrol, then wind it in the cylinder, and then pull it.
It worked for that. It was just to burn all the oil off.
Yeah, but you can heat the plugs up to make it start better too. It does help.
Yeah.
I have done that. Took my lighter out, warm up the plug, stuff it back in there, fire it off.
Yeah, now it acts like a glow plug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Sparky. There's a question. I fixed a weed
Hey,
eater
Spark.
the other day. I went to start it, and it had a hell of a starting time. It turns out I didn't have it turned on. Yeah, I've been there. I've done that several times.
Well, we've all been there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
My hands
Especially
are
on the
big.
Honda engines with that start switch on the side that you can't see.
Yeah. Yeah, all been there and done that. I've even done it on. I've even done that on videos. I had a question there come up from somebody, which actually is an interesting question, because it is a bit of a worry. Where was it? Here it is. Was it? No, it wasn't him. It was about electric engines. Do you think electric engines are the way forward? And
Well, the government has anything to say about it, right?
Well, I don't know, because you look at some of the leading companies, Steel, Husqvarna, they've all got them.
Yeah, but they might have been a few years ago when they actually had a copper bearing motor in them. But I've taken many apart last year and dusted it back for you. You take the motors out and there are aluminium windings in them, and they don't last very long at all. They sort of burn out. They get the motors actually get stuck and freeze, and they're all nylon and rubbish.
And also, they're the same. They're the same motors that they put in the high end stuff as what they put in the low end stuff too.
Oh yeah,
same motor.
Yeah.
Here in the States, it's all about emissions, so eventually that's all you're going to see.
Yeah. How you doing, Lord? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I was talking to Snobby just the other day about microwaves. Actually, funnily enough, I think I said my microwave's on the blink, and he said don't buy a brand, don't go and buy an expensive one. He said because what's in the cheap ones is the same stuff. What's in the expensive ones? You're just wasting your money. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a power thing. It's a power thing, like your engines. You know, you get a different CC in engine. Well, microwaves are the same. You'll just get a different power.
Yeah, but
exactly the same.
Yeah,
you might get a slightly bigger magnetron that can do a bit more power in the transformer. Yeah.
How you doing, Sparky? Are you? Oh, done it again. I've done it again. No, I keep hitting the wrong button. How you doing, Sparky?
Feeling like SH, but okay, just tired.
You ain't got that coronavirus, have you?
No, I've got things like personal business going on, and I'm fed up.
Why are you fed up, Ben? You come to the right chat. You come to the right chat. Why are you fed up?
I can't go into detail, but every day is the same at the moment, and I'm doing everything possible to deal with it, and I can't deal with it.
All right.
So, there you go.
Well, you know what they say, problem shared and all that.
Yep, I'll email you again, because I did email you the other day, and you said you're going to get back to me with that charity thing.
When did you email me? Not the other day, you didn't.
I did, yep. Hang on a second. I'll tell you when it was.
Tell me when it was.
My inbox is loading up, and sent emails to you was... Come on, you stupid machine, load up.
That's why your machine doesn't work properly, because you keep calling
No, yeah.
The other question I was going to ask, does it help if you cover your cadet ride-on mower with a blanket and put a pillow next to
it? Only if it's in a farm that's got heating.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean it's become winterized?
Well, that might be Dirt Rider that does that.
Who?
Well, I did get a bargain today. I got a nice bargain.
A bargain?
Yep.
Oh, what's that? LED
It's
light.
got a power supply at the back of it as well.
That's right, isn't it?
Yes, the guy wanted 50 quid. I said, no, you've got no chance. I said, I'll give you 20 quid cash now. And he said, yes.
Cool.
Oh.
Who's that got the heavy breathing going on? Is that you, Doug, with heavy breathing going on?
Might be.
All I can hear is...
I thought it was just doll busting on the story.
When I saw that light, it excited me.
I thought someone had called one of them private numbers or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
It just excited me when I saw that light.
You haven't seen the best part.
Tech, don't do that no more. Tech, don't do that no more. Tech. Tech.
Well,
Tech.
you ready? Right. I was going through there's a charity shop where I am. It's only got tools in. Only got tools. It hasn't got nothing else but tools. And I found one of these. Brian bars, right? And I said, how much is it? He said £1. I said, fantastic, I'll take that. But then he pulled something else out. A staple gun.
You know what that is? You know what that is right there in your hand?
That one.
Not that, but that right there.
Yeah, it's a tire.
That's a tire spoon.
Yeah, tire spoon.
Uh-huh.
And I said that, and I started laughing with him.
He
started putting tools
for mower tires.
I'll be right back.
He started putting tools together for me, and he gave me a load of tools, right, for £16. I loved it. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, I was well impressed. Yeah.
Oh, that ain't right. You just ain't right.
You look well excited.
Right.
But that light is 50-watt light. It's super bright.
Yeah, you do get excited very quickly, Sparky.
Oh, I love tools. I like these. This is what I like because I can now get stuff done by whacking people and just pranging them out of my bloody bedroom when I need to. You know what I mean? Prying people out of the bloody window. You know what I mean? Because I got sick of bloody windows in our bedroom trying to get, and I used a hammer to smash the window instead. So I've changed it now, so I'll do it my way. Good.
Where Mick run off to?
Riley, I think.
Yeah, let's all think of a really, really hard question to throw at Mick. Really hard one.
Frankly, at the moment, I ain't got no brain cells. I'm fried.
How not to break the little valve on a generator?
Yeah. Some people know this and some people don't. When you've been married 10 years, it's just, how do you put it? It's the same days, nothing different.
Well, there's a nice little question. I've got a Suzuki M120X. Why do I have to tip the mower on its nose so it starts easier? Interesting question.
Well, you got a fuel delivery problem where you're trying to fill it up gravity-wise, not enough in the tank. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, they do actually have a little Pepsi filter inside the tank, don't they, on the tube?
A lot of them do,
yeah. Yeah.
People think that there's no filter in the tank, but they have a little bit.
Yeah.
Someone's got a vacuum shut off on the tanks.
What I found a lot too on the new Kohler engines, the one they had the gas tank problems with, there's actually a little fuel filter about 2 inches long that slides up into the outlet, and then you put your fuel line on. If that gets kinked, it will not deliver enough fuel, and you'll have a heck of a time with the carb hunting, and you'll think it's a carb problem, where it's actually a fuel delivery problem. And the way I found out was I took a fuel line and I measured out of the tank how long it took to fill up, a couple ounces. And I took the fuel line off and I saw this filter fall out. It's about this long, and it goes into where the barb is coming out of the tank. It's a little filter green. So I took that out, put it back up. Boy, it flowed like crazy. So I put one of those little red Brig disc filters in. Works fine. And they have those a lot on the newer Toros, those newer Kohler engines. There was actually not a recall, but a service bulletin about the gas caps on those newer Kohlers leaking. Because no matter how you tightened them, the plastic was molded incorrectly, and the fuel leaks out, drips down the tank. They didn't recall it, so they won't pay for it, and the tank's $43. So you gotta spend the money.
Yeah.
What's that about the brake being stuck on? Someone saying a brake's being stuck on. Was that loss of power? Yeah, I actually had that the other week about you say about loss of power, Snobby. I had that last season. A bloke bought a mower up, and it was had a loss of power, and all it was a cable needed adjusting because the
it didn't go back all the way.
Yeah, it wouldn't come back, so therefore it wouldn't take the pad off the flywheel. So yeah, I had that before.
I had a couple customers come to me with little C clamps on that. They didn't want to fix the cable.
Say it again.
I had a couple customers come to me last year with that, where they had C clamps holding that back because they didn't feel like buying the $10 cable.
Well,
But I said, yeah,
do,
well, shut up. How's it go?
I do make my own cables too. I buy I got a load of 1.5 mil cable. I mean, I got some crimping ends and some dog leg ends, which as long as the outer sleeve is good, you just make your own up. Yeah.
Okay.
But that tends to work quite well. Every time I have to tip the mower up, it's a nose to start. Depends what engines they are. I mean, lots of people say tip it up on the exhaust side, not carburetor side. And you try tipping it up backwards. Take the grass box off and tip it up backwards. Sometimes that is the right thing to do. I recommend on different engines tip them up different ways. Hondas or anything with a bowl style carburetor, I tip mine up backwards. Flathead Briggs, I tip them up carburetor side up. It just depends. The important thing also, if you tip a lawnmower up, is just to leave it for 10 minutes. Just don't do anything. Just tip it back on its wheels again and leave it. Give it 10 minutes just for all the oil to get out of the valve chamber and find its way back to the engine where it belongs. That might help you.
Yeah, the old flatheads, you don't want to tip them towards the head. You want to tip them back.
Yeah,
it'll
back towards the sump.
Micks Mowers.
Same as all of them. You don't want to.
Go on, Doc. Go on.
Same as all of them. You don't want to tip them towards the head because all the oil will leak down, seep through the rings and everything, and fill the head up with oil.
Micks Mowers, Suzuki M120X 2-stroke. What's that all about? Engine doesn't have an engine brake. Okay, so this is about what is this about? Who's that? It's from Mega. Okay, so this is the same gent that had I thought we said it was a Briggs. Oh, I've got a Suzuki M120X. Why do you have to tip the mower on its nose so it starts easy? You shouldn't have to. You're tipping fuel into the head. You shouldn't have to.
What's that engine look like? I'm curious. I never heard that. I think he's over in New Zealand.
I'm gonna have a look at that. So that is.
Bright light.
Let's open another page up. Let's have a little look. See what that is. Let's have a little look. See what that is. Images. So that's coming up. As a Flymo.
Flymo.
That's what it's saying. That's
my favorite.
In my ass. Yeah, here it is. Let me show you. This has got a Suzuki on it. Let me come back to my StreamYard. Share site. So is this it here, Mega? Is this the one you're on about? Come on to there. Onto there. Is that the one there? That's what Ken wants, one of them.
Oh, that's a hover.
Interesting. That's
Alan.
That's a 4-stroke Suzuki, huh?
2-stroke.
Oh, 2-stroke. Okay.
Yeah, 2-stroker. And I would say if you've got problems with that and you're having to tip it up on its nose, you've got a fuel delivery issue. Your carburetor.
But that's what a float carburetor, Mick, on that? On the right side? Is that a float carburetor?
No, they're not a float carburetor. They're a really weird system. They're like I've only ever worked on 2. They're like they're a bit like a bowl style carburetor, but on its side, and they've got like a little metal disc inside it. If that's the right one.
Like an old Tillotson?
Similar, yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
And I would say that your issue is if you're having to tip the engine up, which means you've got fuel going through the inlet, and you're having to tip the engine up to put more fuel into the head to get a spark. It's either a spark plug issue. It's not sparking. It could be a coil. It's not actually giving you the right amount of spark. It could be your magnets on your flywheel. Take your flywheel off, grind that back, sand it back, clean the magnets up. That'll help. So it could be a spark or fuel issue. I'm guessing it's going to be a spark issue. That's what I'm guessing. The problem is that you give me questions to answer, and it's a bit like can I have a quotation to paint my room without seeing it? It'd be nice. It'd be nice just to pull the cord a few times just to see what it is you're actually trying to get me to diagnose. So many people ask me questions. I've got a problem with this mower, and I think someone sent me a question last week. It was for a Honda. Never heard of it. I googled it, and it was an American make. Never heard of it. And he's got a problem with the machine, and it's very hard to diagnose the machine. You don't get over here. Very hard.
Hey, Nick, get back to that Suzuki if I may.
Emily Hepper.
Oh, hang on. He says it's what's he say here? He says a 2-stroke. He says no. It's the same engine. It's the same engine, but he's got a 4-wheeled version, so it's the same engine. So irrelevant of it being
Emily.
Flymo or rotary type with 4 wheels. It's going to be I'd say fuel delivery issue. But like BWS has just said, the parts are really hard to get.
Looking at that fuel tank in that Suzuki, Mick, it looks like it may be fuel delivery because if he's tilting it up, he's forcing fuel into the carb. So maybe he's got to plug in the line or the filter that's in the tank.
Could be. It could be that maybe someone's put a longer length of fuel hose on it, and it's got a sag to it, or it's not got a more direct route. It should come off the tank down to the carburetor, and you might be had to.
I would disconnect it from the carburetor and see how it flows out, just to see if you have some kind of plug. And sometimes you can put a little air hose in through where the cap goes and free it up.
Yeah. Who's that? We got there. Who we got there? We got. Looks like we got a rolling radio presenter in the States coming over to see us. How you doing, Drifty? Nice to see you.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
Drifty.
I'm doing good. What's the question from Chris Hale? Chris Hale says, Chris Hale. Hi, Mick. I forgot to send that Honda part. Yeah, no worries, mate. As and when, mate. No rush. It's just sat over there doing nothing until it turns up. No problem, buddy. As and when, mate. As and when. Mega says he gets those engines all the time. Do you want to get one tip off of me? Don't get them. I've had several of those engines, and some I've got going, some I ain't. It's not so much getting them going; it's getting the parts for them. Really hard to get parts for those ones. I know that Ken wants me to get a Tecumseh hover mower to show him. It ain't going to happen this year. It ain't going to happen. How you doing, man, Drifter? You good? I see you got a nice new set of headphones there. You're rocking them out, aren't
you? Yeah, I got them for $1.
$1?
Yeah, there's a place over here. It's called Godfather's Wholesale, and everything in the bins are $1 a piece.
Cool. In that case, I'll probably take the till. If you get the till for $1, I'll take the till.
I've got gaming headsets. I've got gaming keyboards. I've got security cameras and underglow light kits for cars and brand new fuel pumps for vehicles and everything for $1 a piece.
Cool. That sounds good. Mega says, "Don't say that Micks Mowers. I've had it for years." Well, that could be the issue, buddy boy. That could be the issue. I'm sorry. I always find if you have a problem engine, sometimes it's best to leave it for a couple of weeks, right? Put it to one side, put it out of your mind, and do something else, and then go back to it 2 weeks later with a fresh mind and start from scratch. Start from the basics. It's got to have a good spark. It's got to have good compression. It's got to have a good fuel system. If you're getting those three things, there's no reason why not. So go back to your basics of what you know. I would probably start with a spark at first. Check, see what that spark plug's doing. Check, make sure you get a good spark coming or good connection coming off of the flywheel and go from there. That's what I'll do. Doug, what are you munching on?
Please tell me you're not.
Snacks a day early.
Please tell me you're not eating them straight out the tin.
He is.
What's up, man?
Doug, are you eating them straight out of the jar? He is.
Isn't that the way they do it in Vienna?
You dirty rat.
That's why you're supposed to eat them.
No.
I know. That coffee's too small.
You eat straight out of the jar.
Ain't you supposed to eat Vienna's out of the can? No.
As far as you get your hands in there.
Yeah. Send it to me, Bill. Send it to me, Bill. I'll have it.
Does anyone want a cute Jack Russell that barks a lot? No.
Yeah, me. I'll have it. Bring it
No,
here.
you can keep it. You can keep it. Type the lamppost. You can keep it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I'll sort it out. Or the other ones here will.
What's that say? Doug, have you ever tried the barbecue ones or the jalapeno ones? They're different flavors. You ever tried them, Doug?
The jalapeno ones are awesome.
Yep.
Not for me.
Yep. They're good.
Well, we got socks on.
Really? Hiya, Kenny. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good
Didn't you?
brush your hair. Y'all headband.
Is that your dinner, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
Do you suck the middle out, Doug?
Man, that Doug's got more stuck on him than a Dyson Hoover. I'm telling you. He can suck a golf ball through a hose pipe. I'm telling you. Hey, so what are you up to then, Drifty? Are you busy? Or are you just chilling about, rocking about? What are you doing?
I just chilling. It looked like going to rain, so I was like, I ain't going outside for it.
It's going to piss down the rain, is it?
Yeah. The 22nd of February, I'll be going to Bowling Green to a drift event.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Man,
there's
that's gonna be
Mama.
awesome.
She's coming. There's Mama. Yeah, there's a hand.
Oh, did he buy
nice.
some today? He must have bought a screwdriver.
Did y'all miss that?
No,
we
we
saw
see it,
that.
Doug. We see it.
Did y'all? Ow!
We see it, Doug. You can ring 911, Doug. We got you back. We got you back.
You got my back?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. As long as you don't come over here, we got you way back. I don't want none of that action. I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. So yeah, I've been making busy this week. I'm a bit quiet on the mowers, to be fair. But two strokers, I'm getting through them this week, and I don't often do two strokers. Not this time of year. But I'm getting right into it. I do, however, have an issue with a McCulloch hedge trimmer, which says it was made and assembled in the USA, so that's probably why I've got an issue with it. I think it needs a new set of gaskets in that. I've got another question there. Kieran's come up with a question. Well, we got Mick. I have a Husqvarna lawnmower, and the wheels keep turning. Last time I had the problem, I sprayed WD-40 and it did the job, but this time not working. So it's just your drive cable. Is it front wheel drive or rear wheel drive? If it's front wheel drive, I dare say it's just your cable is just a little bit too tight, brother. You might have to just slacken the cable off a smidge. It could be that your cable is too slack and that the arms are all the way back as well. You all right there, Doug? Do you want me to call an ambulance for you? You're right, brother.
It's Mama.
Oh, is it really? She's not well at all.
No,
Yeah,
she ain't.
Oh dear, I can hear her. Oh my lord! Yeah, it's not that. It's not. You haven't had a Chinese meal, have you? It's not that coronavirus, is it? Hey, you're not had a pancake roll and a chicken chow mein, have you? He'll answer in a minute. No, there you go.
Sounds good though.
He's having the right old time as old Doug. He's filling the mouth right. Look, he can't get no more fingers in his mouth if he tried. Look at him, look.
Hey,
go on, Doug.
Doug, you're not going to drink the liquid out of that sausage can when you're done, are you?
Yeah, he's gonna drink that.
That's the best part, Doug said.
Oh, God.
Oh no, I'll be home.
Hey, here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Oh, gross, Doug.
Oh, God.
That put hair on your chest right there.
Ugh.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Doug. This is
You
going to come
dirty
out
rat.
now.
Why are you going to do that? So yeah,
There's
Kieran,
always
I'll
one.
check your cables. Check your cables first, mate. If you're saying you sprayed it with
Well, you
WD-40
got
and
a
it
rock
worked,
sticker on the elbow.
that means you got dodgy cables, mate. You got dirt in the cables. If not, buy one of these. These are quite good. I can get hold of it, yeah. Buy one of these. They're pretty good. They do a good job. Buy one of these. Yeah, they're good actually.
Yeah, those are.
Somebody sent me one off my Amazon wish list. Never, I've seen them. I thought, okay, gimmick.
Cable.
Yeah, I thought they were a bit of a gimmick at first when I first come across them, and I saw the adverts. Thought, yeah, go on. And actually, I've used it, and actually, they're a good tool. Actually, you can get a W40 straight in there or the cleaner, and it does a really good job. So it picks up one of these, take the cable off, and then clean the cable. They work really well.
I saw that on Donny Boy a few years ago.
They're good. Have you got one, Ken?
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. What do you think of them? Do you like them?
Oh yeah, it's easy. I mean, but sometimes instead of using WD, I actually use they actually sell cable lubricant for that, and a lot of times use my motorcycle cables. That's what I use.
Yeah. Oh my God, AJP says
when I used to
I picked up 2 mowers and I have 20 more coming. AJP, I'm coming to your house. We need to have a chat, me and you. You can't be having 20 mowers to yourself, buddy boy. You should share about half of them with me.
when I used to drive a mixer concrete truck, when there were cable drive for the drum and the acceleration, we used to take them off, one end off, take the boot off on the end of it, and it had something like that, but it was like a grease gun, and pump grease antifreeze in the line to keep them from freezing up during the winter time.
Did you, when you had that concrete truck, did you used to fill the concrete truck up with sausages and then just sort of turn it on, tip your head back, and let the sausage run down the chute into your mouth, or how did that used to work?
No.
Sorry, Doug. I just thought I had to do that. That's good on
well,
you,
know,
AJP.
when I used to drive truck, we used to have a package of crackers, can of Vienners, and the sticks for Chinese. Use the one stick, poke it in the can, wiggle it around, pull the one sausage out, grab it, crackers, and still drive going down the road.
And you still had your left arm with a sunburn hanging out the window, right?
Right to here.
Keep on trucking, baby. Convoy.
1-9 rubber duck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, rubber duck. You're big on the rigs over there, aren't you? You boys, you American lads, you love your big rigs.
Mm-hmm.
We're not quite so big over here.
I've got a question.
Is this a Google question or is this a snobby question?
Yeah. What if the end of your spark plug is dry?
Spark plug dry, you get no fuel. It depends. It depends on what machine it is. If it's a 2-stroker, I'd say your diaphragm or your needle valve is plugged. You're not getting no fuel coming up through. Therefore, not able to squeeze any into the inlet. Is it 2-stroke or 4-stroke?
No, it's a ride-on, actually.
Oh, it's a ride-on. Oh, that'd be for you then, Ken.
Yeah, just fuel delivery. Spark plugs, on a tractor, it's always fuel delivery.
Carburetor.
Squirt a little bit in there. It starts up for a second, then it's not getting anything.
Yeah, carburetor has a fuel delivery issue somewhere. Normally, you get a lot of that on 2-strokers where you're not with the spark plug is bone dry, and it's normally because the needle valve is not lifting because the diaphragm is so stiff. It's not knocked down onto the needle needle spring.
What's the best way to winterize a ride-on mower?
That's a can of worms.
I drain all the fuel out.
You've had a can of worms.
Yep.
Can of worms.
I actually change the oil at the end of the season and everything, just so that all the acid that's in the oil from running it, you get rid of it. That way, at the end of the season, you got fresh oil in it at the beginning.
Would you leave the plug out of it, like dripping until it's drip dry?
No, you don't want critters in there. You'd be amazed what could get into a spark plug hole.
No, the plug where you drain the oil out from.
Yeah.
Would you put
I drain the oil out, get all the old oil that's filled with acid and garbage. Once it's drained out, then fill it up again fresh, because you have fresh oil in there.
Oh, okay.
You just want to get all the contaminants that are in the oil during the season. You don't want them sitting in the engine all winter long, So I drain it out, and then, like I said, especially draining carburetors. People say, "Oh, I ran the gas out." It doesn't mean there's no more gas in the carburetor. People don't realize that's why there's drains on carburetors. I think Mick, you said it. You got to drain the bowl nut, take that off, and get rid of all of it.
Yeah. Lots of people with having fuel left in. I mean, it's a can of worms. Some two-stroke oil, not all. Some has a fuel stabilization in it. You can buy petrol with fuel stabilization. Cheers, Doug. You dirty dog. I personally don't use any stabilizer at all. And when I winterize my machines, I'm the opposite to you, Ken. I leave my old oil in the machines. And then I just drain all my fuel out of mine, and then at the season, new oil change, and good to go. That's just how I do it. Ken may say, "No, you're doing that wrong, Mick." But in my opinion, if you're putting clean oil in a machine and leaving it there, that's just as harmful because it all does start to separate up.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
What's the best blanket to wrap the ride on up in the winter? A quilted one or just a breathable one?
Best blanket.
You did put a light bulb up underneath of that too.
To be fair, I can't answer that question, Snobby, only because I'm not a girl, and I think Dirt Rider would probably be the best person to answer that question. He'd probably use like a 14 tog duvet to put on his, but I think what Dirt Rider has before is that if whatever blanket you must put on, there's a separate nursery rhyme bedtime song for each of those machines that you have to sing to one. So it all depends on the duvet cover. If it's got like stars on it, you got to sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" to your lawnmower. Ask Dirt Rider; he'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, I might just watch some of his videos.
Yeah. Someone said about buying a tool. What was that tool? Tool. Oh yeah, the cable cleaner. Pick them up. They're on Amazon or Amazonian for about £4, something like that. You can get them.
Doug can't buy anything like tool wise.
So again,
Doug can't buy any tools, can he? So he can't get one.
Oh hell yeah, Doug's banned. Doug's banned from buying tools. Yeah, if you can pick a cable oiler up, they're called cable oilers. You pick one up, they're a good bit of kit. However, it does mean if you've got a drive issue, it means you do have to take the cable out because not all connectors like this cable.
All those dreaded Z-bends.
Yeah, so this one you can just literally just pull that cable out of touch and you can get it down in there. That end you might be able to get it in. But there are some lawnmowers which have got this big double cable bit on the top. You can't get it in there, so you have to take the cable off from the bottom, and it doesn't mean removing the cable, but you can get a really good spray down through it when using a cable cleaners, mate. So I would highly recommend it. They're good. I'm sorry if I'm boring you.
No, I've been
best
up
oil extractor.
this morning. I've been up early this morning. I was out at 6:20 as well this morning.
Best oil extractor. I got that big 9-litre jobby. That's what I got. It's the best one for me because it was free. It was a birthday present, so it was brilliant. But lots of people just still tip lawnmowers up. Some people got little tiny pumps. Some people even got shop vacs. I've even seen them using shop vacs as well. So you can use pretty much anything. Gaffer's coming in the house. How you doing, Gaffer? Hope you're doing well. If you sing to your mower,
there was a YouTube channel.
You don't need to apparently, Gaffer says if you sing to your mower, you don't need a tool, you are the tool, apparently. Go again, Doug.
There was a YouTube channel. I don't know where it was, but I saw a homemade oil extractor. They made up a homemade oil extractor. I didn't catch it. I was going to see how they made it.
Is that with 2 glass jars, Doug?
I don't know, bud. I couldn't really tell you. I don't know how it was made.
I see a video. A bloke had 2 glass jars, and from what I was getting from it, it's very similar to how you bleed brakes on a car. That's the gist I was getting. You have to use air suction to bring it through. I did see something very, very similar. When I die, I hope my wife does not sell my tools. I told her what I paid for them. Okay, it's not good. Who was that? I was Bill. You got a question, Snobby?
Yeah, I was just wondering, when you're not using your ride-on mower for a good part of the year in the winter, right? Do the tyres suffer more of a tyre rot because they're not being used?
More
Yes.
flat
Yeah.
spot than tire rot. I mean,
Flat spot,
usually the dry rotting is due to the ultraviolet light and all that. The
Right,
ozone
UV.
and everything outside.
Right. So you wouldn't
I
spray
think
them or nothing like that?
Hell, I wouldn't.
I mean, I've seen people put towels over them, but
I think is
as
that
long
much
as
the same?
it's full and you don't let the tire sidewall crease down, that'll cause cracks too.
Yeah.
Is that much the same as like a caravan, I suppose? Which don't get used all the time. Same thing. You put it up on a suspension mount, so you block it up, so the pressure's not actually on the tire itself.
Yeah. I mean, like you just said, like if you've not got the right tire pressure on them, and then that sidewall starts to shrink a little bit because it's just been left there for a couple of months, not in use, and that can start then forming cracks, can't it? So it's just probably something you need to keep an eye on, that you've got the right tire pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Jones, thank you very much for the £2. You want a sticker in exchange? Lovely, no problem. If you just send me an email, buddy, there's my email address running down below right now. Take a photograph of that, Nick. Send me an email, and I will get one out to you quick, sharp. I've got plenty here of stickers, so feel free. Yeah, definitely. I'll send you a sticker out, mate. Just send me your address, and I'll get one out to you, mate. Not a problem. I'll leave the email address running there for a little while, mate, so you got it.
Yeah.
No problem.
I have to take old motor oil and take a rag and wipe the tires down, especially on a trailer, from sitting around with a trailer, and put them up on boards, 2x, do some stuff, put the tires up on there, and wipe the tires down with motor oil, old motor oil.
Yeah. Just keeps the rubber nice and supple, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Doug's got some serious lag.
Sparky, you
CC
really
Scraps,
don't
how
need
you
that.
doing?
You
Nice
can
to see
send that to me.
What's that?
What? I mean, the ruler, what I got today with another lot of stuff.
No.
What's
The tire spoon. The tire spoon.
This tire spoon, you mean this? This lovely. Yeah.
Someone says here, anyone use this Stihl SG31 weed sprayer? What are your thoughts? I have no idea on weed sprayers. Not my thing. No idea. Are you into weed spraying, Ken? I'm not.
No, I just burn them.
No idea. Not my thing.
Sometimes, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with that model, but if it's a higher dollar model, they have like the pumps that you use your arm and you pump them up and fill them up and then use them. I don't know what it looks like. I haven't seen that model.
Yeah. CC Scraps. Thanks for coming. Is that one of your associates? Snob CC Scraps. I've not heard of him.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I said hello. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
He's getting the questions. He's getting the questions from Google. That's fine. I don't mind if he's getting the questions from Google. Do you know what? If he's getting the questions from Google, Tim, and we're answering the questions, that's giving you guys advice as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Keep them coming, Snob.
Some of them I might be, but some of them I'm not.
Got a question here from Mega. I bought a car that has been sat for 12 years near the sea. Tires pumped up, and they're still the same tires as when I got them when I sold it. I'm surprised. Thought they were rotted out by now.
Thing is, we all know. Hello, Joe. We all know that we can buy cheap tires and expensive tires, don't we? So they must have a different rubber compound, mustn't they?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I don't buy new tires. I buy all my tires are all pre-cut, pre-worn, half-worn, whatever. That's what I buy. I've never bought a new tire on my vehicle ever once, not once. Hi, Wild Bill. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in to see us. Ali Max laughing away as usual. How you doing, Ali? I'll put the link out in the chat if anyone else wants to come on up. Feel free. Yeah, it's true. It's true, Tim. I'm telling you. Snobby is asking questions, which is fantastic. At least he's got some questions for us, which is nice. It keeps the chat going. which is good. Who is that breathing? Some who's that honking away? That's Doug, isn't it?
I will say the word.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Joe? Is it Joe? Is it you, Joe?
No, it's not me, mate.
It's got to be Doug. Doug, you got a cold? He'll answer in a minute.
He's got a headset on, that's why. It's too close to his
Well, he's
mouth.
holding his breath.
I know what he's doing. Is he choking on one of his salts? You all right, Doug? Doug?
Doug.
Are you all right, Doug?
Exhale, dog. Exhale.
Are you all right, Doug?
Yeah.
We're gonna call 911, Doug.
You
Yeah.
Doug, were you asleep then? I think you were snoring.
I think his volume's turned down.
I don't know. Can you hear me, Doug? Douglas.
I got.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got a problem, must be again.
I don't know what he's saying.
I know we talk a lot about power engines and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Doug. Oh yeah, Snobby. Sorry. Yeah, go on. Sorry to
But
interrupt. Yeah, away you
What
go.
would you say the best names are for hand cutting tools, like cutting branches and things like that?
Silky saw.
Silky saw.
Fiskars.
Silky saw.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I've got one of them in the shed.
The only thing with a silky saw, only one thing with a silky saw, go careful.
Oh
Because
yeah.
man, they sharp as anything. They go through your bone, no problem at all. Their silky saws are proper.
Yeah, yeah, and they're quite expensive. They're blades as well, aren't they? You know, so you can take the blade out off the handle, can't you, and put a new blade in?
Some you actually get flip ones as well now. You get flip
Oh,
ones.
no, this is just a long one in a case.
Yeah. They are. Well, but no, they're not too expensive. It depends on the brand. But I know a friend of mine actually cut himself with a silky saw, and he had to go straight away, and he was going to bleed out.
Mm.
Lee has a question apparently, which will give Snobby time to look one up. What mower would you suggest for? And that's about as far as it went. No idea. You'll have to come back with a question. Mick, can you please? Mick, please, can you put the name or the link of the cable tool in the chats? Yeah, let me go and find it. Let's check out. Whilst you guys chat ahead whilst you're doing that, I'll just go and find this for him. Chat
What
away.
happened to Doug?
Probably digesting them.
Sausages.
Yeah.
I think the liquid got to him.
Okay, so cable oilers over here are $4.99 is the cheapest one I can see. That's on Amazon. So let me just make sure I'm not signed in, otherwise you'll be spending my money. Copy that. Do that. There you go. There's the link to the Amazon cable oiler, $4.99. Feel free to. I think it might be the top one. It's come out as 2 links, but I think it's the top one. If you click on that, you'll see it. It'll come up. So I hope that fulfills your need. They are a serious bit of kit. They're cheap and they do a good job. Did I see Whirly coming here, Mr. Whirly boy? Yeah. How you doing, Steve? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. You got another question, Snobby?
Yeah, this one I'm going to actually throw at Tim Palmer. Actually,
Okay.
The importance of a fuel stabilizer for your lawnmower.
What is the importance of it?
Yeah.
Go on, Tim. There's a question for you, buddy.
Who's Tim?
Yeah, come back in a minute.
Tim Palmer in the chat.
Palmer, he's actually in the chat.
Oh,
Fuel stabilizer.
Oh, we've got
for your
someone
mower.
down here. Who've got down here? Doug's going to come back. How you doing, Doug? Doug, boy. Nick, you turn your camera on, mate. Just quick flash.
the only time I use a fuel,
Beautiful face.
I keep a few gallons.
Yeah, you're right, Nick. Yeah, I can see you. Put your tongue away. All right, mate. You're coming up. That's cool. Has he replied yet? No, he hasn't replied. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? You all right, Joe?
See you later. See you later, guys.
Yeah, go on, hun. Look after yourself.
See you now.
later, Granny Sparky.
Bye-bye.
Granny Sparky.
I'm not that old yet.
She looks it.
I don't feel it.
Just waiting for Tim Palmer to answer your question. I've got 50 people in the chat. If we can get some thumbs up, people, that'd be lovely. I don't know how we're doing on the old thumbs up and thumbs down. No doubt I've got a couple of non-believers in the house. I generally get a couple, probably about 30. Let's have a quick little look, see what we're looking at. Let me just refresh the old page. Yeah. Oh, 14 thumbs down. That's fantastic. Can we get to 15 thumbs down? Would be lovely. 56 on the thumbs up with 49 people watching after a minute and a half. That's beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for all your support. It does help towards the growth of my channel. Much appreciated.
Hey, Ken.
It's just a couple. It's just a couple of non-believers who are obviously just don't like to run my stream. But hey ho, they can watch. Thank you very much for your watch time. Much appreciated for watching my 2 adverts before you come in and line my pockets with gold. Thank you very much indeed. Because I know they're still watching, despite the fact they haven't got the guts to come up on my panel and say it to themselves. You can bring it on anytime you like. They're just a bunch of knuckleheads as far as I'm concerned. But you shouldn't need to be an assumption of that, should you? Any more questions? Andy 47, how you doing? How you doing, Nick? Hope you're doing well.
I'm all right. My mum isn't. She's got one hell of a hangover.
She's got a hangover.
Yeah.
What's she doing on the lash?
She's just in one of them moods, 6 cans of Strongbow and a bottle of wine.
Oh, that'll probably do it then. Is she having a little party to herself, is she, or something?
I'll just leave it to her.
Yeah, leave it to it. Question from Lee. Oh, go on. No, go on, Nick. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut into. Go on, mate. Keep going.
No, the last time I told you she can't drink, she hit me in the nose with a walking stick.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been a bottle of wine. Lee says, sorry, fat fingers. I'm assuming you're calling me fat fingers, and Lee. What mower would you recommend for commercial grass cutting? That's a very question. Because number one, what are you cutting? And when you say commercial, is it lawns? That's not it. Don't look at me and say grass. What is it you're cutting? Meadows? Is it rough ground, smooth ground? Big lawns, small lawns, public stuff. It's a big question because you could require ride-ons, you could require walk-behinds, zero turns. It could be just push mowers. If you narrow it down slightly, for me, on a commercial side, for what I do, which is generally lawns and gardens, I don't tend to do a lot of big rough stuff. I would say the Honda HRX 476 or the 56 Pro is the 2 top engines I would recommend. Again, all dependent on what you're actually cutting and where you are. If US, there be different engines. I changed my petrol strimmer to a battery Eco 56V strimmer 2 years ago, and I admit it's every bit as good as a petrol strimmer. Yeah, do you know what? This is what we just talking on earlier on. Someone said about electric mowers versus petrol mowers. Are petrol mowers going to be a thing of the past? And I think they are. I think they're going to be. Not so much on the commercial side just yet because of the batteries, but I do think I was watching a channel called Mowers and Stuff. He's got a channel. Go and check him out. His name's Luke. He's a nice fella. He bought a new. Shoot me if I get it wrong. I want to say Husqvarna. Husqvarna long reach pruner, hedge trimmer, and he got 2 batteries, I think, and he has one on charge and one in use. And he uses it all day, every day. And I don't think he's gone back to petrol, apart from different jobs where he actually needs a higher side torque. But I was actually out on a job last week on a railway, funnily enough. And the wheel timber lads who take out farm crossings, they were using a little compact battery-powered Husqvarna chainsaw, which I thought was a really, really gimmicky thing. But do you know what? It was doing the job. It was doing it fine. And there's just absolutely no noise at all, which is why the railway now use them. because especially working in like built-up areas where there's neighbours on the railway, you don't be waking up with chainsaws running, what have you. Yeah, battery-powered chainsaw. Is that a thing, Ken?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys like them for when you're out in the wilderness or whatever, and you're getting ready to, you're doing cart paths and things like that. I mean, they're nice. Some of them are Oregon makes them, Steel makes them, Echo makes them. They're not bad. And the new battery technology, they're strong too.
The only one thing I did find
I got a 48 volt Lowe's. I got a 48 volt. Let's see, 48 volt. Straight shaft. Brushless. And I love the thing. It's light as anything. You know, I love it. I got a half an acre to weed eat. And I go through 2 varieties.
Okay. I think it is going to be a thing of the past. I think petrol engines are going to be a thing of the past. As simple as that. So I need to improve my technology on the battery stuff, because I just can't see the low end stuff ever staying up with the top end stuff. I just can't see it. It's all going to be throwaway items. Can't see it. Hey, Snobby, scrap picker.
I gotta hit the road, but I just had a customer call me, so it's time to make some money.
All right, babe. No worries. Yeah, cool. Granny says,
all right, we'll see you later, guys. Good seeing y'all.
Shut your face, hugs.
See you, Ken.
See you, Ken.
Ken.
Take care.
See you, mate.
So get her done. Granny is telling you to shut your face, Snobby.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw a YouTube video a long time ago now, and it was this old boy, and he had an engine on a table, and it was running, right, and then he proceeded to pull the HT lead off the spark plug, and the engine carried on running.
You've been watching Matt from Lincoln, haven't you?
Can I suggest something to you?
Because I've seen the same video.
If you didn't really look to see, there was a catch to it.
Yes.
He ran another lead from the coil in between the head to the spark plug.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that.
It's an old gimmick. It's an old gimmick. And yeah, I'm also subscribed to Matt from Lincoln as well, Snobby. But well done on watching that video. Good on you.
I'll do good about
I'm back into chat, Mick. But take care of yourselves. I'm back in the chat. If I need anybody to talk, I'll talk to you about things. Okay, mate?
Yeah, cool. Granny, you're going to come up here and get your bum up here, girl. I've not seen you for a little while. Been nice to see your beautiful face. I've not seen you for a while, girl. Get your bum up here.
See how the cabinets are going well.
Not saw the new Steel 220 catalogue. Yeah, not seen it, but I would assume it will be filling up with battery stuff. Me personally, I'm petrol. Yeah, I'm a petrol guy, petrol head too. But I think it is a thing of the past. I think it's all going to stop. I think petrol will be a thing of the past. We're already there with cars, and as soon as they're more affordable, you're going to see more and more of them. It's as simple as that. Mick, you good with generators? Well, depends what you want to say. Good. Snobby's laughing at me because he knows a crack. I got one which I've just sold. Funnily enough, that sold yesterday, which is nice. But I've got a little Chinesey down here. There it is down there next to my fire. That was fine up until when I tightened the bowl nut up and sheared the tube thread off. So I'm a bit heavy-handed, but I will have a go at generators. The electrical side of it, I'm not okay with. I am learning all about motors and how they should be cleaned and contact spraying and what have you. I'm learning that sort of thing. But me and multimeters, we're not the best of friends. So it is an area that I need to pick up on. But as of yet, what's the question about the generator? What you got? If you say it's not generating no power, I've just answered your question. Yeah, ouch, Mick, exactly. But Sam, I did get a carburetor. I thought it would be about 20 quid for a carburetor. But the carburetor for that little Chinese generator is only $4.99. It's got to come from a virus-free zone, but hopefully it'll be in a couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to Links in the chat if anyone wants it. Feel free. Egg poacher beeping says JJ. What's that say there?
Right, so I'm not sure there will be much of a market for battery-powered generators. Well, if they're one of them ones that really sort of charge the batteries as they go, you know, and it's the same with the batteries as well. The more they improve with batteries, you know, the technology with batteries and their lifespan and stuff like that, you know, because we are ever improving on batteries, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt, not today. I'm a hot mess. Well, if you're a hot mess, get it done, Granny. Get your bum up here. As I say, I've not seen you for a little while. You're always welcome on a Micks Mowers show. Always welcome, darling. So put a bag over your head or something if you're a hot mess. Put a bag over your head and cut 2 holes in it and come on up. It's not a problem. Snobby, Granny says you look different. Apparently, says Granny. I think it's just because he's in a bit of pain. That's all it is. Yeah, he looks a bit more puffy on the cheeks. I think it's all in questions he's downloading from the internet. That's a problem.
It's all these magic tablets.
Yeah,
I won't show the name.
Who have I got down there? Is that what? Is that you, Steve? Can you
I
put your hand
bought
up?
my weed eater.
I can't see you, Steve, because you got your green screen going. What, Steve? Is that you or is that Emily? I can't see you. Just white.
Yeah, you could always.
If it's Emily, Emily, put both arms up in the air.
Both arms.
Both arms. It was Emily. Cool. Right, yeah. I can't see you. You're just like a white ghost. How you doing, hun? All I could see was this white image. That's all I could see. I couldn't actually see a person there.
Mama Wally, hello. She can't hear us.
Mama Wally, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Are you there? All I could see was I could see the purple background, but like this white silhouette. That's all I could see. You look like you were a naked girl.
No.
I don't know what was going on. How you doing, girl? You okay?
Doing okay. Bit tired, but good.
Yeah, well, tired's a good thing. If you can get to sleep, you can sleep go with it.
That would be the hard part there, getting to sleep.
I got some feedback off you, Emily. You got your YouTube turned off, sweetheart?
I do believe so. Let me double check.
A little bit of feedback. It might just be because you're over the pond. It could just be that.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I've got everything else turned off, so.
Yeah, no worries.
I do apologize, though.
No worries. Oh, Granny's got a cold. I hope we get better soon, Granny. I hope it's not that old Chinese virus thing floating about.
Hey, everybody in chat.
Hello.
I'm making Stephen work right now, so.
What's this private chat going on? I've got going on over here. Private chat. Mick, I have to run, says Ken. A customer text me, making money. Take care. Okay, right, lovely. Right. Let me take my email address down now because everyone's done with that, I think. Get rid of that. Right, I've got 49.50 in the house. Come for half an hour. I'm super happy with 50 numbers. That's lovely. Elms is coming to the house now. Cool, nice to see you, Elms. How you doing? I would come up, Mickey, but Nikki called me a cone head. Nick called it. You're not a cone head. In fact, if anything, your head is the complete opposite. It's more of a flathead Briggs.
I what?
Apparently, you said that Dirt Rider had a head like a cone.
No, I wouldn't say that. I didn't say that.
It's what you're saying. Jimmy C's in the house. How you doing, Jimmy C? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Look at Mick's new mic. Mick's new mic is about 3 months old, Granny. It's been a little while now, which is nice. It works really well. I'm really happy with it. I was talking to Jimmy C the other day about having the right microphone when you're doing this sort of stuff. It does it really pretty well compared to what I was running this on my laptop. Johnny 5 wants to come up and say hello as well, which is nice. Nice that the old panel's getting full. How you doing, Johnny? Before you come up, Johnny, can you just do 10 star jumps for me, please, mate? Make sure it is you.
And show us your belly.
Come on, get them done. 10 star jumps. Good lad, that's it. Yeah, well done.
So you're getting.
Nice to see you, Johnny. You doing well?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Just took them all to a party about 8 o'clock, so I've got a bit of peace and quiet for a while.
So you got a bit of peace and quiet, so I thought you'd come up here.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you chose the wrong stream for peace and quiet.
Yeah, but you lot don't get on my wick.
Did Tim Palmer ever answer your question about stabilisation? Probably or not.
No, he didn't come back to us, I don't think.
He's saying he'd be right back, so he might have gone to go and Google it.
Yeah.
Possibly. So what are you doing, Mama Whirly? What have you been up to today, girl?
Getting his cousin moved up here from the south, and then also getting the last bit of my mom's apartment finally cleared out. So right now, I've got the guys actually unloading the trailer for the stuff that's got to come in the house here. And while they're unloading, I get to sit here and chat with you fine gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
What?
Yeah, I know that it might be a far stretch here, but
Yeah, hell yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah, gentleman's not the word that normally associates with my name. In fact, when I first come across Doug,
I'm from Alabama, so I don't know.
Well, when I first met Doug about 9-10 months ago, one of his first things I said, "What's going on, Doug?" And he, "Oh yeah, whatever." He said, "Not bad, sir." And I sort of threw me back, "Sir, you ain't got to call me sir." You know what I mean? I suppose it's just terminology. I don't tend to use it. Nick,
Well,
what's going on? Say again, babe.
Your girl is right here too.
KK, where's KK at then? I can't see her. Oh, down there. I can just about see. Tell you something. She looks purple. that green screen. That green screen does some funky stuff. I'm telling you. Now I can't see her. Where's she gone? Let me get rid of that. There she is. Yeah, she's like darn near purple. KK, you been painting yourself purple?
Some of it might be. Let me try something here. This might make this a little better. What's wrong one?
I see KK on crutches. Is she all right? Is she?
Who?
KK. I'm sure she was on crutches in the week.
She is. She still is.
Yeah, she's on sticks.
Oh my gosh! It blends in with the green screen a little.
There's my southern.
Who knew? Teal is a green screen color.
So Granny's old man is doing okay, apparently. He's doing great. Good. Yeah, Granny. Jimmy C says, "That's a motley crew. Ain't so much a gentleman." Jimmy, I looked at some of your panels, my friend, and some of your panels look like a goddamn cattle truck. Hope you're doing well, Jimmy. It's nice to see you, buddy boy. So we've got 49 in the house. Any more questions want to come through? Feel free to ask any questions. Somebody's going to go and ask them off. You all right, Doug? Yep.
Well, here's a question for you.
I'm going to jump out. Maybe some other folks in the chat might want to jump up and say hi to y'all and everything. And
yeah, cool. Yeah, okay.
I'll see y'all.
Nice to see you, Doug.
Snobby, when's your next live stream? When's your next live stream?
Friday next week.
Friday of next week. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll probably be talking before then and everything.
Don't forget, you got Dusty Blonde's live stream tomorrow night as well, Doug.
Yep, and we also have Zippo Vaga live stream tomorrow night.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'll do my best to get to that one.
Yeah. All right, Doug.
We'll see y'all. God bless. We'll see you, brothers. Bye, y'all. And sister.
And leave them hot dogs alone.
Well, there goes Dougie Sweener from Bama Mud Mowers. Feel free to check him out. The link goes out in the chat one more time. Room for one more on the panel.
I want
Feel free to come on up.
I want to go find a question for Pete now.
The door open down there.
You're going to find a question for who?
Pete, regarding chainsaws.
Pete loves a question about chainsaws.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go over the other side of the shop here and get hold of a chainsaw. Who's that in the background? Who's that walking past the stream there? Who is that?
That is Colleen. That's Stephen's cousin. Hello.
You can't just walk past the stream and say nothing. You know, this isn't some kind of stand-up comedy show where you're going to the bar. You know what I mean?
You'll be putting down my live streams.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting here for a while.
You can't just float past and say, like, I'm going to get a beer. You say, hello, Mick, how you doing?
Hi, Mick. Oh,
yeah, how you doing?
Just introduce myself. I'm Steve's cousin. Kind of staying here for a while.
Cool.
I'm the pharmacist in the family, so.
Oh, cool.
If anybody has medicine questions, I'm the one to ask. So
Oh, you might. Yeah, Snobby's got medicine questions. Should he be taking PMS tablets for toothache?
Probably not. Not unless he's transitioned. So.
Well, there ain't many left in the packet.
Yeah.
That explains the boobies, Mick.
Oh, I've just
Hi,
gone.
Donald.
So
Oh.
I'm going down to shut the door. It's a little cold for us up here. So if they're taking a break, we can shut the door for a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, no worries. That's cool. I'll try and keep it down if we can.
So.
Granny says, yeah. Granny says get some feedback. Yeah, I think it's come from the Worley household. I'm not quite sure the reason why. It is what it is. It might be. In fact, Steve had feedback issues the other week. I think it could be something to do with his microphone versus speaker. Could be. I don't know. But it's bearable. I'm happy with it.
What's the first thing to do?
And the TV are. I think that's what it is.
I say, what's the first thing to do if you've got a problem with your chainsaw?
That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Pete Froud, question for you. What's the first thing to do if you've got a problem with a chainsaw? There you go, Pete.
Throw it in the bin.
Let's see if Pete answers that. Pete may be at work. I know.
He gets one chance at this, Pete. He gets the one chance only.
Right now. Let's open this one then.
Come on, Pete. You got a question there. Answer a question up.
That's okay.
You just double check this.
It's gonna be weird if you don't have everybody up in here anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Get rid of my Amazonian. That can go now. I can get rid of that one now. That can go now as well. That's it.
Don't matter what problem, Pete.
Pete Trout,
doesn't matter. What's the first thing you should do?
Squirrel, you're the Kool-Aid man.
When you have a problem with your chainsaw?
Plug it in.
No. I'll give him one more chance. One more chance he's got.
Yes.
Give it to Nick. And it's not Foam Roy.
Who put that?
Nick, walk me through this.
Say again.
See, that's your second chance. No, you got it wrong, Pete. It should be make sure that you have all the correct, appropriate safety equipment on first.
Oh my God.
There you go. Because there could be something wrong with it, and the chain could fly off and cause you all sorts of damage. So make sure you got the protective clothing on first.
Really? That was from Google, wasn't it? Was that from Google?
I'm just saying.
It's the operator.
Oh.
Gonna have a party.
Not I.
Yeah, there's another copyright strike here. I have one.
What for fair?
What's that say there?
Send the
chainsaw supposed to say either fix it or scrap it. That way you won't have to worry about it, says Granny. Got the right gas in it. Dirt Rider says ring Roy. Safety first, Snobby. Like your way of thinking, says Jack. I don't agree with that.
It's all the operator.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could be right. I know he does have some issues with. Did we lose someone? Yeah, Nick. Yeah, Nick's gone.
Exactly.
Just I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Mick.
Yes, buddy.
I got a good freebie today.
Let's have a look, mate. Where are you?
Huge pile of decking.
Oh, that's cool. What, free?
Yeah, it's only about a year on. It's that 2-inch fixed stuff. Huh?
Wow. What's that going to be used for? More decking or for shed stuff?
Well, shed stuff probably, because I've got a decked area around the back of the garden already. So. You just said you can have it now if you come and get it now. It took 3 car runs to do it.
Good lad. Yeah. Yes, KK. Did you say something, KK? I can't see. You got a comment inside in front of your head. I can see you pulling faces, you little monkey. I'll put the link out for you.
Yeah, and they've got the biggest pile of, because obviously I unscrewed all the decking.
Yeah.
I've got, I filled up a glass ball thing about that deep room.
What, deck screws?
The decking screws and the ones that are treated with that green stuff.
Yeah, it's all good. I could do some deck. I've got to build a ramp going into my shop because at the moment it's getting a bit muddy around the front there. So
I've got the frame. I've got the frame as well. If I want it, I'm just going to go pick it up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, mate. That's good. Your shed's going to weigh about 15 ton by the time you finish doing that. Isn't it?
I thought if I cladded the outside, it might just go.
Yeah, it should be okay. Make some flower boxes of what's left of them.
Yeah, I will drop the offer. I will do that. But what I'm thinking is the smaller shed isn't insulated, so I thought I'll use the decking to insulate the inside of the little shed.
Dirt Rider says, Pete, you couldn't have answered that question right. Poor old Pete, he's under pressure to perform now. I've had about 35 questions tonight off of Google that Snobby's found. Good lad. The link is in the chat if anyone wants it. Does that also include the compulsory bubble wrap, Snobby, apparently?
Yeah. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes.
I'll tell you something, with that wind today, what the decking on the roof rack was bouncing a little bit.
Well, you've only got a little rav, haven't you?
Hey!
You only got a little rav, haven't you? A little rav 4, haven't you?
Yeah, but she does well.
Yeah, Granny, that's fine. Yeah, as long as you put your camera on, babe, just so I can see you downstairs. I mean, when you turn the camera off, I'll bring you up. No problem. Yeah, do that, babe. I'm happy with that.
I had like 2 big stacks inside the car, and then about 20 on the roof.
Yeah.
I've got the proper ratchet straps so you got that one to tighten it up. You won't go in there.
Right. Yeah, right, Granny. Turn your camera off, sweetheart. I can see you now, babe. Turn your camera off, darling, and I'll bring you up when your camera's turned off. There you go. Up you coming, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Hello, Granny. How are you doing, darling?
Hello.
Oh, dear. You do sound rough. Oh, we've got someone else here, too. Who's that?
Hold on.
Top Conker 2. He's coming on up. Coming to hello. Oh, my Lord. You're half naked, man. What's up with you? You can't come up here with your chest hanging out. What's going on? What's up, man? You're adult-friendly channel.
Who do you think you are?
I need to see a left big stick then.
Hey, past it's MOT.
Hey,
God, naked.
Just having dinner.
I heard her getting comfortable, but you're taking the Mickey, man. You've got your PJs on. How you doing, Phil? You're you doing well?
Yeah. Do you get those pictures I sent you, Mick?
What was the question, mate?
Do you get the pictures I sent you my workshop garage?
I did.
I sent you some pictures, mate. Trying to see a tidy garage.
I get so many, mate. You'd be amazed how many emails I actually get.
Yeah. I thought I'd send you mine anyway.
Let's have a look. I've got Charlie. Couple of haters. Okay, don't know that yet.
I've got them here again if you want me to send them.
Is it Philip? Is it Philip?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
27th of January. Oh, I've got to make it. Okay, let me.
I don't want anybody being sick, mine.
Let's have a look. Let me fire up me emails.
Hello, Granny. Good to see you.
Oh. Hi, guys.
I've got a little question for the chat and panel. They might be able to. Someone might know what these gloves are. I'm going to show them very, very quickly. So you better be watching. You're going to blow me up, Mick. What are these?
Oh, I know what they're for. Vets use them.
What are they for? And what's their meaning for them?
Ask a farmer.
I was going to say they for a posh, you know what?
Got no idea.
I want to see.
No idea.
I want to see the answers come rolling in thick and fast.
Grabbing something hot.
What? Answers in the chat. Let's have it. See what they are. I've got no idea.
We'll have another look. Ready?
Yeah, look. Yeah, go on, go.
I have to say they're using brambles.
That's it. That's all you get.
They're not a chainsaw glove. They don't look like a chainsaw glove.
Fred Flintstone.
I got Emily. Emily's taking photographs of me. Look, Emily, stop taking photographs of me. For behave yourself, you woman.
Hey, at least they're closed ones. I mean, I don't have
what we got?
yet.
Celtic goalkeeper gloves. No.
Somebody took photos.
Probing glove.
And made a whole calendar.
No.
Naked.
Oh, the calendar's on its way, Em.
Probing.
I
No.
know. Never seen a pair of gloves like that.
Keep lifting.
To stop the dog biting.
Celtic goalkeeper glove.
No, they're not Celtic goalkeeper gloves. No. I don't know whether Tim actually seen them because he's just came back. No, they're not heat resistant gloves.
Got to turn this daggone notification.
No.
Mountain climbing gloves.
One
You
more.
want
Look.
those pictures again, Mick?
No, it's not something for fishing, Dirt Rider.
Hey, Mommy,
Wait a
can
minute. Ready?
Jeez.
Just turn around. Stop seeing the other side of them.
Them things are covered in rubber.
Oh, they are like a chainsaw glove, but I've never seen a pair like it.
To stop you picking your nose.
There's some sort of medieval torch gloves.
Medieval torture gloves, says Granny.
Imagine getting slapped in the face with that.
Yeah. Go on, then, what are they for then?
They are actually anti-vibration gloves for when you're using chainsaws.
Behave yourself.
I see.
They are. They are anti-vibration gloves so that you don't feel the vibrations when you're using chainsaws every single day of the week.
Oh, you can get your thumb through switch.
That stops that going through the vibration.
Okay.
Nick, do you want me to drop down? Do you want me to drop down out of the panel, or do you just want me to back up? Because I got to make room for them to come up with a chest or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
they
Yeah,
got.
drop yourself down. If no one comes back up, and I'll bring you back up there. No worries. Yeah, just drop yourself down. So I can do it.
Okay.
I'll drop you down. Hold your nose as you go. The thing is, what I'd say is, Snob, is that I disagree with that. 100% disagree with it because don't cut me off. Chainsaws are actually one of the best machines for anti-vibration because the actual engine is actually suspended, and they're suspended by at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bushing assemblies to stop the vibration. So where do you get them from?
The guy that gave them to me also gave me that silky saw, right? And he's been chopping trees and bush cutting for over 20 years.
Okay.
And that's exactly what them gloves are. They're anti-vibration gloves. From when you're,
So
you know, when you're using the long chainsaws with the long arms and all that, and the tiny little ones, long reach. That's for all that and chainsaws and all that type of thing.
Right. Okay. So when you said chainsaw, I'm assuming you meant a standard chainsaw.
Yeah, and then
because the end, I'll show you.
They'd be good for jackhammers too.
Nick, those photographs were sent on the 27th of January.
That's right, Granny. Jackhammers, whacker plates, and all that. Something that's sending vibrations through your hands. For over many, many years of using that type of machinery, you're going to get a problem.
So I agree with what you say to some respect, right? Let me just make myself a little bit larger. Bom, bom. So most chainsaws, modern chainsaws, have anti-vibration.
Yep.
Which is there.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't hear you.
They have one here.
Yes.
And they have one here.
Yes.
So technically, the whole engine, you can get hold of the engine and you can move that engine.
Right. Yeah.
actually move. So
I will write the name of this glove in the private chat, right? Because I don't want to be done for any type of copyright or anything like that.
In fact, there's a bloke who's just come in the chat right now.
Yeah.
I've not seen my chat before. Welcome everybody to Bill Hopper. Here he is. Go and check him out. And he runs his channel mainly on chainsaws. He does chainsaws, mowers, bits and pieces. It's absolutely fantastic to have you over here, buddy boy. He's over in the States.
Okay.
So most new chainsaws are all anti-vibration, good to go. However, pole saws, different kettle of fish. And you're going to get a lot of vibration through them, especially depending on the shafts, if they're a split shaft or a fixed shaft. But a brand new Husqvarna or Steel, or even any cheap brands for that matter, you're going to get minimal vibration through that. I reckon that's quite an old set of gloves for quite an old machine, because that was pre anti-vibration, or they call it HAVS, which is actually hand-arm vibration syndrome, which I get tested for every 4 months for HAVS, because I use chainsaws, disc cutters, whacker packers, all that sort of good, lovely stuff. And you should use it for no more than 15 minutes at a time and rest for half an hour because of hand-arm vibration syndrome.
Change hands, Mick. Change hands.
You can't change hands on chainsaw, baby.
Yeah. I'm putting the name of these in the chat, and it says, you'll see.
Did you find that email, Nick, by the way? Sent on the 27th.
Yeah, I've got the email, yeah. I'm just going to copy and paste this, what Snobby's just put in my chat. I'm going to Google that. I want to see.
It's just interesting, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And the other thing is, Snobby, which you got to pay attention to also.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do them. How much do I? Okay, so only 20 quid.
A pair of gloves.
They're £20 for a pair of gloves. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is The first thing I'm going to say is, it's all very well and good having anti-arm hand vibration gloves for chainsaws.
Yeah.
Having hand-arm vibration is the least of your concerns. I would be more concerned about what protection those gloves offer you.
Yeah.
From a chain kicking back, coming off, and what have you. They should be at least 3/4 cover. They used to only offer a glove on the right hand and a mitten on the left, but now they are going to finger gloves. I'm just wondering what sort of protection that offers you for cutting.
Well, I think it mainly stop you cutting maybe your fingers, or just past halfway down your hand, the protection stops completely, apart from the inside.
Yeah, does it have a class? Does it say class 1, 2, or 3 on them anywhere?
No, it just says on this label here.
Is there a label inside it?
No, there's only the one label on the outside, and it says tremor low. So something with a low tremor, I'll take it.
Yeah. So it is a hand-arm vibration syndrome glove. I don't actually have my chainsaw kit in here with me. It's in my other shed. But my chainsaw kit gloves are mainly class 2 or class 3, which offer half or 3/4 protection for cutting. I'm guessing that those gloves are more predominantly used for your pole saw, pole trimmers, that kind of thing, to stop the vibration going through the shaft. I wouldn't say they're used for chainsaws, because they need to offer you, first of all, fundamentally, the protection should the chain come off and slap you across the wrist.
Yeah.
Because if they're not made of the right material, and they're mainly like Kevlar-based material, they're designed to cut into the glove, chew the chain up. The chain then gets chogged and stops the chain from going any further. It'd be interesting to see what class they are. In fact, let me Google that, see what class they are. I know Bellhopper might know a thing or two about them.
Well, they're only a padded glove, so no protection. Yeah, they're a strange type of rubber, actually. They're very, very thick rubber.
Right.
I mean, there are chainsaws now, though. As soon as they touch the skin, they stop, don't they?
Some Snob. someone snub. I've actually been hit by a chainsaw and both kneecaps, and it went straight. Yeah, it went straight through my trousers into my bone. Yeah. I'd go to A&E to do. Let me have a look, quick read up on this description. Sort of description says. Unique coating for gloves acts to reduce the effect of impact, shock, and vibration. Comfort soft knitted seamless liner is comfortable to wear over long periods of time, whilst the open back allows for excellent breathability. Unlike other impact gloves, Tremolo allows a wearer for greater levels of dexterity. Grip is foamed waist, protective gloves against metal vibration and shock.
Yeah,
it's not saying anything in there, but those gloves are. It says impact, which is only if someone hits you. That's an impact. I wouldn't say that's impact against a chainsaw.
It's to stop vibrations.
Say again.
It's to stop vibrations. Any engine type that you've got, whether it's a whacker plate, jackhammer, chainsaw, anything like that. Anything that vibrates like that, like chainsaw. Just to reduce that amount of shaking and vibration.
I get that. The difference between whacker plate, disc saw, or what we call a Bantz nut runner for under and lorry tires, what have you, all that sort of stuff, perfect for that. The only one machine which I would say it doesn't qualify for is a chainsaw, because the anti-vibration is fantastic in a chainsaw, especially the new ones. But fundamentally, anti-vibration is the least of your concerns if that chain comes off and kicks back on you.
Oh yeah,
because it go through that glove. It go through that glove like it's not even there.
Yeah, well said.
I've just read the write up on that style of glove. It's a low 867 is what it's called. They don't look like they'd be up to anything. We're getting ready for our live feeds. Okay, cool. No worries, Bell. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, mate. And I'll be over to see you a bit later on, buddy. No worries. So yeah, I don't think that they're up to much for a chainsaw, buddy. I think you'd cut your arm off. And I wouldn't even wear them for a silky saw either.
Well, no, you don't get much vibration with a silky saw, do you?
No, but you got impact cover on that. You got impact cover, and you have got some vibration. Don't forget, because you're cutting through a branch, so the vibration is going up the blade, and into the handle. There's no anti-vibration there, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, Snobby, consider self-told.
No, not at all. Not at all. For a man that said when he's using
good advice. Good
advice.
Listen,
try to run down the shed in the dark to go and get them.
Whoa! You're not afraid of the dark, and there's no way you ran anywhere.
Okay.
They'd be great for my sawzall. That thing rattles my teeth.
Your sawzall rattles your fillings loose. We can't talk about teeth on this channel at the moment, Granny, because Snobby's got issues with his gnashes at the moment.
Well, I understand. I do too, Snobby.
He's taken PMT tablets to soothe it, and ever since he's been taking them, he's turned into a right bitch.
Oh, scratch!
Oh.
No, we was advised some time ago, Granny, that Feminex tablets, which are for ladies' periods, are fantastic painkillers for tooth problems.
Okay.
So we went and got they are fantastic, but unfortunately the ones that I've got wasn't the strong ones. We just got the normal sort of everyday period ones. I should have got the real
flow. medium flow pills.
Yeah, I should have got ultra ones.
Seriously, they are.
Yes, they are. Seriously, where's the box?
Maybe that's what I need to get then. I'm having a tooth problem. I still got the bottom teeth. I just don't have top teeth.
Well, so Ramsmo's saying top handle saw has the highest rate injury. That's why you have a license to buy them. 100% agree with that. 100% agree. And that's why you never buy a proper chainsaw in a shop over here. You don't buy the 14-inch hobby saws.
I
just hope they don't make them have a period.
That tramadol, that's wicked gear. I took that once. I was like someone with a coronavirus. I was sat in a corner of a room dribbling.
That's wicked. You have to sign for it.
Yeah.
That's the only drug you can buy over the counter in the chemist with tramadol in it.
Yeah.
Should have said I'll send you a box. Not about 50 million.
Good to see you, Steve.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Got about 10 years supply of tramadol.
What's going?
All doing okay, mate? Yeah, doing okay. Yeah, doing okay.
It's snobby. I can call it the market on tramadol.
You can what?
Yeah, we got the
market on tramadol. I've got loads.
Have you got a load of
We
them?
got the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Lone Ranger's in the house. How you doing, Lone Ranger? How you doing?
A lot. Boxes and boxes.
His name's also Steve, Nick.
It's really easy
Say
to
again.
remember the guys in the house. Steve, and Steve.
Oh my lord.
Hey, Steve.
Well, at least you got three chances to get. At least you got 3 chances of getting out of it.
Yep.
So I have got some photographs here, which Phil sent me over. He's down in the middle here with his smoking jacket on, or whatever he wants, his lingerie jacket on.
Lingerie.
Yeah, where are we? Where am I going? Going down here. Let me check down here. Let me just fire his emails up first. Oh my lord. Okay. Oh, that's Charlie. I want Charlie. When was it? 27th, was it?
Yeah. I think about 4 of them, Nick.
Okay. Paul called
I know.
housing.
Last time I saw you, you were feeling pretty poorly looking at people's workshops.
Yeah, okay, well, I've got them. Let me now. I need to drop someone down. In fact, I can probably drop myself down. That might be easy. Let me try that. Let me just see if I can drop myself down.
I'll take the flag, I'll tell you.
Okay, if I drop myself down, my audio goes. Let me just drop. Let me just drop.
I'll go.
Oh, no, someone's gone. No, someone's gone. No, I'll bring it back up in a minute. No worries.
I'll take
let me
the
show.
flag, Nick.
Yeah, I know you might have to. Share the screen. Into there, into there, and let's bring that up, and then into there. Oh my lord! No.
Whose shop was that?
Hold on. Is that a commode? Is that a commode?
Without the hole, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
You try using that for a commode.
Not looking too bad.
Messy.
Too tidy. Far too tidy.
Yeah,
Tidy.
I want to get a bit closer to that toolbox if I can.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a workshop. Do we get to see inside the toolbox?
Hey, there you go. That's a trike at the end there.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that.
I built that.
That's not bad. I mean, it's a workshop. It's functionable. It's doing it. I want to see. Do you need to send me some photographs of this little guy in here? That's what I want to see. I want to see inside there next time.
No, you don't want to be looking in there.
No, I want to look in there. Send me photographs.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be looking in there, Mick.
You send me. I can't zoom in on that. I can't quite see. Yeah, send me some photographs of that. I want to see inside there.
Oh, you don't want to be seeing that, mate.
Well, you say I don't, but I beg to differ. Johnny, come back up, mate. Come back up. I've got this wicked cough now.
I'll tell you what might be interesting is if we all post something, a picture of something, to find out what it is. A mystery object.
What you want people to send in photographs to guess what it is?
A mystery object, yeah.
Okay. Don't know how we're going to do that because you have to take you have to send me a photograph of
a mystery object.
Yeah. Okay. So send me a photograph, people, of something. Guess what it's a part of the object, and then if you email me in the same email what it actually is, then I can then do it that way. That might be easier. Otherwise, I'll be guessing for that next 3 years myself.
I'll send you something, mate.
Hey,
right, send me
I
something.
got some mystery objects. I don't know what they are.
Well, exactly that. But and if people don't tell me, Granny, how am I supposed to help out? No chance, am I?
It's a mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Come on outside or downstairs.
I do have a question, Mick. I've just had finally found a mower with a Honda GVC 135. I've got one deck that I think I can save. I'm trying to work out the best thing to spray it or what to use and how to clean it up.
What is the what condition is the deck in? Has it got any holes in it?
This one doesn't know. The other one I threw away. This has got no holes in it, but it's pretty badly corroded with the grass, acid and stuff.
So what I would generally do is I'd hit it with like a 80 grit flappy disc,
Yeah.
Hit it with that to bring it back to bare as best you can, and then I use a stuff called.
And how do you save the badges?
I use an anti-rust agent, and it's called Q-Rust.
Yeah, got it. Q-Rust.
That's what I use. Q-Rust.
Is that a spray, is it?
No, it's a liquid. It's a liquid form. All I do is I pour it into a Chinese dish, a Chinese takeaway tub.
Yeah.
And then once you've got it back to bare metal,
yeah,
you paint that onto the bare metal, and then you leave it for. I think it says about 20 minutes. But I'll leave it for a bit longer than that, and then it goes blue when it's gone off.
Right.
Once it's gone blue, it's then gone off, and it's fine to paint over. To get your stickers off, you have this device. I don't have this sort of device because I have no need for it. It's called a hairdryer, and if you just get a hairdryer, Snobby, don't laugh. You're on the same boat as me. If you get this hairdryer or a blowtorch, a heat gun, and gently heat up the stickers, that will lift the sticker up. Yeah, that'll do that.
Okay,
if
Snobby,
not,
you're living the dream, mate. You're living the dream.
If not, a Stanley blade, and just gently tease it up, and then all I use is super glue to put it back down. If you spray your engine deck the colour you want it, on your final coat or top coat, once you sprayed where the sticker goes, then apply the sticker so it sticks to the paint.
Yeah.
And then after that, 2 or 3 layers of clear lacquer, petrol resistant lacquer over the top of the sticker, and it's all sealed in.
Is that a spray, the lacquer?
Yeah, all rattle can. Yeah, do you use an air compressor or do you use rattle cans?
I've got both.
Oh yeah, I use rattle cans only because I've only got a 25-litre air compressor and it's not up to it.
All right.
But if you
put that stuff up again for us, Mick, on the comments.
Q-Rust.
Q-Rust. Okay, mate. Cheers.
Get your phone, take a photograph of it.
I'm going to just 2 seconds.
I'll wait for you. It's my stream. I'll wait for you. Take your time.
Hang on. Hold it still, for Christ's sake.
Oh, don't you swear at me.
Right, ready? The wrong side. The other side. Got it. All right. That's spooky, mate. That's spooky.
Yeah, all I do with that stuff is that if you look at one of my videos, I did a mount film with RS100 engine on it.
Yeah.
And I think the thumbnail is actually a lawnmower with the bare metal. Have a quick watch of that, and it'll show you the process of it. But it goes.
All right, mate. Yeah, because I reckon I'm making a few bob out of that. I bought 2 of them for 30 quid.
It says transforms rust into a stable surface within 15 minutes. I tend to leave it overnight.
All right, mate. I'll have a look at that. Cheers.
Very expensive, and you don't need a lot of it. Literally, you need little is best.
All right, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, try that.
Can I say something about tramadol?
Tramadol?
You have to ask Mick. It's this
Mick.
week.
Yo.
Can I say something on tramadol?
Yo. Only if it's legal and if you say it in Chinese.
Well, she's a pharmacist, Mick.
The problem with tramadol is it's very gene dependent. They're finding out, and it may work for some, it may not work for others. So that's why some people have a better response than others. And and also too is there are some issues with it. So finding out more and more about it, and there's more studies about it. And people with seizures should not take it.
What I'm more interested in is if it's used in conjunction with a PMT tablet, will it make Snobby grow a pair of boobs? Because if it does, I'll be with that.
I can tell you, tramadol is highly addictive. I work part-time in a doctor's surgery, answer phones and stuff. And tramadol is one of the major problems. Over in the UK, Nick, it's £10 a tablet. Salad.
Yeah, I took it once. I had some issues. I can't remember what the issue was. However, I went to the hospital because I was really, really quite poorly about 3-4 years ago, and they stuck me on cocodamol and tramadol. at the same time, and I was in a corner of a room dribbling, and when I went to see my doctor, he said you should never have been on both of those tablets at those doses at the same time. If you're like a zombie.
Tramadol is a serious drug.
Yeah,
highly
made
addictive.
me really ill.
And that's what they're finding out is they're here. They
Everybody's
made
eating them.
what we call hydrocodone.
Yeah.
But I
higher
had two
class
last
of
night. I had
controls.
one.
And so they're handing out
Last
more
night. That was
tramadol.
all I've had out of the whole thing.
And
I can't hear you, sweetheart. You've got Steve in the orange vest talking at the same time, so it's sort of like a family environment. I can't hear a word you just said, darling.
Picture my son out.
I know, sweetheart. I know, darling. I know, sweetheart. I'm just saying.
well,
Yeah,
here
if
they're
you come
handing
on down to any major city, Tramadol is £10 a tab.
Yeah.
yes.
Serious drug.
Basically, as a result, they're finding out more issues with it, and there are some addiction issues. In fact, here they went from control,
Oh God!
tracking it to tracking it as a control drug. So you're correct. They are having more issues with it as they prescribe it more often.
We'll let Mama.
All I'm saying is, Snobby's taking a tramadol and his hair's grown back.
It's 10 minutes.
Next.
And with the rest of your peppers.
Put it back on, Snobby, for God's sake. Put it back on, man.
All right, I'm gonna drop down. I'll be back here in a minute.
What are you going to drop down?
My cam.
Oh, I thought you meant your pants. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, mate, no, cool.
I'll be back about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
All right, babe. Okay, babe.
A calendar like you. You didn't drop one.
These guys dropped. I can't drop myself.
All right, you lot, pack it up. Like an old married couple. Monica's in the house. How you doing, Monica? Nice to see you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. I'm with my dad in the infection, waiting for the pharmacy to respond to get antibiotics dropped. Okay, sweetheart, no worries. Hope he feels better soon. Thanks for popping in to come and see us. Much appreciated.
Join Micks Mowers and see the world.
That's a good thumbnail right there. Snobby.
Hey, you couldn't write it.
I'll tell you something, Snobby. All I'm saying, with them feminine tablets you're taking, you're off your tits. God. What are you doing to me, Snob? Snobby's got his syrup on, yeah. In fact, Snobby's got lots of syrups, actually. In fact, you should give that to Top Conker. He's the one with the old lingerie on tonight. Look, he's sat there just with his boobs hanging out.
Oh,
keep it clean.
He's not doing Neil Matthews, is he?
Hey, I was using my pressure washer to clear off a mower this afternoon. I got wetter than you would not believe.
I'm so glad you said you're using a pressure washer to clean the mower off, because I thought that was going somewhere else for a minute.
That's as far as it goes, man. I got bloody dread.
Any plans for the rest of the weekend? Yeah, the rest of the weekend, I am actually tomorrow, Sunday, and I'm off to the Flying Fortress, which is a soft play kiddies assault course. Riley Boy's been invited to a little party with a little girl who goes to the same school as him, little special needs school. So we're off tomorrow at 10:30 to go and jump on trampolines and down slides and all that sort of good stuff. So no doubt I'll probably be in traction by about lunchtime to get my back sorted out.
Yeah, you watch over the trampolines. You could do more damage, you know.
Well, the only reason I'm going is because Mrs. P can't go because she's had 3 kids. Her pelvic floor is not what it used to be, and you put Mrs. P on a trampoline.
Hey, whoa. Too much information now.
And we end up having to wear paper pants because it's not going to happen. So
whoa. La.
It's right. She was told to do the exercise when she had the kids, and she didn't do it, so it's not my fault.
Hey, I'll stick with pressure washer, mate.
Get some television.
So yeah, that's where I'm going tomorrow, and he went to bed super excited. He can't wait for tomorrow to come.
Top man, well done, top man.
Yeah, he'll be out doing that tomorrow. Granny, I told my dad about the new bureau today. Woohoo! Getting real serious now. I don't know what that's about. That's from Monica, Granny. Do you see that, Granny?
For beau, that means boyfriend.
Okay, all right. Beg your pardon. I thought it was like a bureau to change or something, like money exchange or something. So has Monica got a new man then?
Yeah.
Oh, check you out. Boom, chicka, wow.
She'd be running around the world smiling.
Oh yeah, she have a smile from here to the other side across the pond. I will have fun. It's all about having fun with my little Riley boy, and that's, as you all know, that's what I live for. So don't get stuck in the tunnel, Mick, says Ramsmo. What do you think I am? I'm going to take some two-stroke oil with me so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I've got something on there from BMS saying about Strongbow dark fruit is better. Sorry, Strongbow cider is made from apples, not from blackberries. Hey, this is a man's world.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have to stop right there. You cannot come onto this stream saying it's a man's world when you're dressed like that.
Hey, if I stood up now, Mick, you would not want to see.
Brother, feel free, knock yourself out.
Here we go.
My camera has an autofocus, so don't worry about it.
Hit the delete button, whatever you do. That's what the wife does anyway.
I'm telling you, I'm the same boat as you. You've only got to look at my calendar I had done. You telling me it's not a problem.
I'm going to remember Mark right now for a cider.
Yeah, is it a blackcurrant one?
Hey, get back over there.
in Granny's room. Get out of Granny's room. Leave her alone.
What are you doing?
Get over, Granny. Kick him out. Kick him out, Granny. Get out of Granny's house.
Here you go.
I don't even want to know where you got that can from. I'm not even going to ask that question.
And it's full apple without any blackberries.
There's a question there. Does anyone remember Martin's mate, Lee, who had the Trans Am and the syrup? Martin's mate, I don't know who that is. What's that all about?
That's a cryptic clue. Must be a crossword.
You've lost me. So, Monica, who's the man? Monica, who's the man you got? Come on, spill the beans. Who's the man? Was it a internet dating thing going on, or was it a love at first sight thing? Was it a look across the bar situation where you were like working it, you look with your eyes, you know what I mean, working the blink, like that? Were you working it, or how did that all happen, Monica? Let us know
too, because she always works.
Yeah, come on, Monica, spill. We want to hear all about it. How old is he? Has he been vetted by us first? That's the most important thing. Do we need to vet him? Dorito's in the house. How you doing, Dorito? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Thanks for popping in. Lovely to see you, as always, my friend. Lovely to see you. Partners, yeah. Are we going to get any more comments about that Trans Am thing? Might get Granny fizzing, says Mega. Top Conker's been in Granny's side of a room and pulled out a tin of beer. I'm not saying nothing. I'm Martin Butler.
Hey, I can pull the chicks, Mick. Just remember.
Oh yeah, I suspect you do pull the chicks. Yeah, I suspect you do. Do you go out much at night?
Does it count on your own? Leave it.
He's 54. What's that? So Monica says he's 54 and about 51. Or was that 5'1"? So hello.
She's about 51. Maybe that's what she. I don't know.
He's 54 and on to be 51 or 5'1". Is that my age? Yeah, he's 54 and on about 51.
It's a secret.
Looks about 51.
Mind games with us all.
Might be looks about 51.
Yeah, maybe he's 54 and looks 51. Well, as long as you're happy, sweetheart, as long as he makes you smile and treats you nice.
Oh, Monica's about to be 51.
Oh, right.
Monica's about 51. He's 54. Okay, cool. As long as he treats you nice and looks after you, makes you happy, makes you smile, makes you laugh, that's really important. Then, yeah, you go for it, girl.
I love you for you, and don't try to
bring him up on. Oh, I'm about to be 51. You didn't have to tell us. You're not 51. Get out of it. I'm happy for you, girl. As long as you're happy, that's what matters. Everyone deserves to be happy. I'll be right back to the snobby scrap picker.
All thrilled for you, all of us.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, so I've just been told it's Dusty's birthday
next Sunday,
and it's Granny's birthday
on Monday.
No.
Granny, your birthday girl's next week.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Snobby, are you reading that?
Sorry, Conker?
Are you reading that? Or do you memorise it?
No, I didn't even know. I'm more interested in Valentine's Day.
Oh, mess. You're a romantic, you.
Yeah, these tablets have had an adverse effect on me.
That's tramadol, mate.
Monica says he does all those things, makes me extremely happy. Good girl.
Yeah, Monica's
Well
birthday is the 7th.
Monica's birthday on the 7th. When's yours, Granny?
10th.
10th. And when's yours, Dusty?
9th.
On the 9th.
There must have been something in the air, I tell you, in that year.
Yeah.
My Lord.
A lot of years.
Edward Thomas says, Dusty, are you getting your bus pass? Oh, my Lord. There we go.
Poking at you, Dusty.
Right, grounded.
Oh.
I tell you what, hands up, you've got a bus pass.
Old man.
Oh, my
do you use it?
Hey?
What is a bus pass?
Not yet.
So over here in the UK, Granny, when people get to a certain age, we call it old.
Hey, steady.
They get this special freedom ticket. And what it does is it enables them to go out on little days out on buses for nothing. And what they generally do is all these old people tend to jump on the bus and just go out for the entire day and just fill the buses up. No one can get on them. And they tend to go down to like places like B&Q on a Wednesday because they can get old people's 10% discount.
Hey, rearrange that into a well-known phrase or saying.
Oh, really old. What are you on about?
How often do they get to use it?
Well, they can use it whenever they like. It's like what it is. They bought it in so old people don't have to stay indoors all the time and get out for nothing. That's what it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's cool.
Yeah,
hey,
super cool.
It's only a number, mate.
I think it was classified. It had like a big drive behind, like get the old people out, or
yes, you're
like
making it worse.
Hey, yeah, that's old people love to get out. That's fantastic for the ones that don't drive. That's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
On the other kind of thing, it was one way of getting the old people to stop driving. Give them a bus ticket, get them off the road, and put them all in the same box together so everyone's safe. That is the idea.
Okay. Okay. I was born in 52. How about you guys?
What did Monica say? Monica just said.
You was born in 52?
52, yeah.
I was born in 55. You're older than me. Hey, there's somebody here older than me.
Yeah, but I'm damn good looking.
Well, that's your opinion.
Congratulations, Monica.
Monica said she met him on YouTube. My Lord. Do you want to run are we going to run his link in the channel, in the link, Monica, so we're going to check his channel out?
She said she don't want us messing with him.
We won't mess with him. We just, have a little look.
Have a
little look. Mark him out of 10. You know what I mean? A little mark him out of 10.
Oh, no, that's wrong.
My birthday on the 7th. As long as you're happy, Mon, that's the main thing. As long as you're happy, sweetheart, and he treats you right. That's because everyone deserves to be happy. I mean, I got it wrong twice. And I met Mrs. P 12 years ago, and I've never been so happy in my entire life. I'm telling you, never been so happy. She's a right girl for me. She also hit 1K yesterday, says Monica. Double woohoo.
On a roll, Monica.
Oh, my Lord. You'll be having kids next. Fantastic.
Oh, 40.
Oh, we found out what caused that, Mick. Well, that straight away.
Wait, just you stayed your bus pass, you gorgeous man.
Oh, you got it so right.
He's a star.
So Dirt Rider says it's just like senior citizens discount over. Yeah, we have over here. We have an old person's discount code where like they can go like to Conquer. Don't give it all that. They can like go out to like let's think of somewhere. They can go up to a zoo and it'll say single, adult, child, family, old person's discount. And they can get like money off and off their coupons.
Our discount is so little, it's stupid. It's like, give me a break.
and the old people get cheap fish and chips.
Oh, I could get $3 off of something that costs $50.
Yeah, has it got your address on it?
No, I'm not going to give you that anyway.
Well, if it's on the front, you just display it to everybody. I might have to fuzz that bit out.
Yep, definitely. You gave up too much information just now.
There seems to be a few people in the chat disagreeing that I was born in 1981. I mean,
you're a child, Snobby. You're a child.
1981.
Yes, 1981.
Don't give it all that.
That would make you younger than my daughter, and I don't believe that.
We had this conversation just the other day. You said you're 50 in about 3 months. Am I right, Dusty?
Yes.
Yeah. So don't even give me that, Snobby. You're in fact, I'm going to say it. You are a complete decade older than me. Careful now. Last time you did that, you popped a rib. Just behave yourself.
I have to say something now, Nick. I hate you all.
Yeah. Why? Why?
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
You are mere children.
He's a poker, isn't he? Hey?
Tim Palmer was born in 1972.
72? For God. How many paper rounds do you have?
He's the same age as my husband.
Wild Bill was born in 1954. My lord.
What's annoyed me the most is Tim Palmer spoke up and said he was born in 1972, which really has upset me now.
Yeah, well, I was born in 1978.
With 16 paper rounds, mate.
Yeah, but the difference is in my day to your day, the paper rounds that I used to deliver were made of paper, and the paper rounds in your day were on wax slates.
I ain't getting in that one.
Drita was born in 1969. Woohoo!
My year.
Monica graduated in. I jumped up. Everyone's giving their date of birth now. This is fantastic.
Yeah, here you go.
Monica,
hey, it's only a number, mate. Only a number, mate.
Apparently, right. You're only as old as a woman you feel. Apparently, that's what I was told. And my little sweetheart's a nurse, so you know what I'm saying. I can feel.
So is mine.
You're the same age as Tim Palmer.
My missus is a nurse, been a nurse for 47 years.
There you go. Bless a lot of people look after sick people.
Dusty.
Hi, sorry, Renee.
My daughter was born in 76, my oldest daughter.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a 78. I'm a 78 pup. Not so much of a pup nowadays. When I first started on the railway, 2001, I was the youngest man on the railway. I was a boy, actually. And all the old men were old British rail boys, and they hated me because I was the youngest. But now I look around just probably last week, and I'm one of the oldest men there now. So I tell you something, you've only got a blink, and it's gone, and it's over.
I've become the grumpy old man I used to work with.
I wouldn't say you're grumpy. Much.
Well, I can honestly say I have told you what my ladies like I used to know.
Oh, two at the same time. Granny, you go first.
I can safely say that I'm not like any of the old ladies I used to know.
Oh no, Granny, definitely you are unique.
Super Granny.
Weird.
You're a good girl. You're a good girl, and I appreciate you.
I try to be.
No, you are a good girl. I appreciate you. Definitely. And it's good to have you up on the panel too. Not seen you for a little while. BWS was born in 1994. Get out of it! I'm not having that.
Wow.
You know, I want to have a computer.
That's just a baby. That's just a baby.
Dusty was born in 1972. Yeah, whatever. Partners 1971. Oil Tech, no more than 2 emojis, please, buddy boy. My chat. Thank you very much.
We've started something here, haven't we?
Oh yeah, but all of a sudden it's just gone a separate turn. Is that because I'm younger than you, Snobby? Laugh out loud.
But I feel good because now I'm not the oldest person.
We won't talk about who's the oldest person.
It's wonderful. It's fantastic.
I don't think we should bring it up. Who's the oldest person? I think we should leave it where it is. I don't think we should poke anyone for being old. The fact that
rearrange those 4 into 2 other names.
The fact is you've been on my stream for an hour and you were already in your pajamas with your zip-up slippers. I've got nothing to open it. You know?
No.
It happened.
Who says it's pajamas? What's wrong with the posing pouch?
All right, mate. Well, whatever floats your boat, as long as you've got the pouch to fill it, that's all that matters.
Answer that one.
That's all. As long as you've got the pouch, mate. I'm there. There's my undies. I thought I'll be slipping later on.
Oh my lord!
Put my old thong on later on, Granny.
Yeah, don't get them on back to front, Mick. Lift and separate.
Yeah, age is just a number. You got Dorito's got 11 years on his wife, which is cool. Yeah, age is just a number. I say as long as you're happy. Do you know what? I'm honest. I'm deadly serious. You know, I look round just the other month and like I'm 41. I was like, really? Where did that go? It only seems like just the other day I was running down the street playing Kiss Chase.
Wait,
you know,
with the boys.
With the boys. Well, I only chose the boys who didn't run as fast as the girls. But
well,
you know,
enjoyed it more.
It's no problem. No problem. All check. It's cool, mate. Not an issue, buddy. Not a problem.
What I wanted to ask was Conker. I wanted to ask Conker something. Has he got one of them Chinese dragons printed on the back of his
Don't do it.
nightgown?
If you got a Del Boy, you haven't you? Look at him. Look at
I
his
bet
face.
you're gonna know. Stop it on
red. He's turning red.
Yeah,
Look
one of
how
them.
red he got.
Yeah, one of them big dragons.
Oh my gosh, he's turning blood red.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll take it off now. What's it?
Is that
I'm all embarrassed now. I'm wrapping up. Notice, I'm wrapping up.
I bet it's got Tesco's value written on the back of it.
Hey, you're boxing jobby, you know?
Careful now, you'll pull a disc. Careful, old man, you'll pull a disc. Hey, whoa, hang on.
There's enough of that nonsense.
I've just had a fault, actually. 2 seconds. Let me just shoot off to... where's my cursor gone? I've lost my... Oh, it's up here. I just had a fault. That wasn't... Yeah, it's still here. Hold up. Where are we? Come back to my StreamYard. Let's share a screen. Share screen. So I just had a fault in it. That wasn't actually a workbench stool. That was... That's an old man's stool. Look, it's got handlebars to get up out of.
And if you notice with them seats, they're actually angled for you to get up easier.
Hey, it's called a commode for the uncertain.
All right, sweetheart.
Uncertain moment.
Oh, bless him. Bless your little heart.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, yeah. One day.
So I reckon you have got one of them Del Boy emblems on the back. The old the dragon one. I'm surprised it's not lime green or something.
So all you young whippersnappers, remember, no matter what your age gets, don't ever just sit down and give up and quit.
Yeah, when I sit down, I fall down.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's why they bought out the old person bus passes to get them out of their asses and get them out and about. See. But then what you find, they clog up the aisles in the supermarkets. They sit there, and this is the issue.
You may well laugh. This is true. I've got one of those mobility scooter things. Why am I telling you this, for God's sake?
You said don't
we go on cruises. It's called a luggy. I'm never going to live this down, honest to God.
It's a day roller.
As long as you ain't got one of them tartan pull behind things they use, the old two-wheeler pull behind. The problem is, Granny.
Yes.
Look at him, he has got one. The problem is, Granny, is they get them on the bus pass thing, right? Then they get on the bus, and when they get to Tesco's, it's like they only saw each other 2 days ago, and you got 15 people in aisle 7 chatting, and the first thing they say is, "I've not seen you for 3 days," and they sit there and they have a natter, right? And then they do the classic British thing: is they fall out of each other. They say, "Should we go and get a cup of coffee?" Yeah, okay, that'd be nice. You get the coffee, I'll get the biscuits. I said, "No, I got the biscuits last time." And the next thing you know, it's all out beans and bacon flying across the aisle over who bought the biscuits last week, sort of thing. Old people, worst thing ever devised.
Is it take the P out of Top Conqueror tonight, isn't it? I can see it.
Well, at the end of the day, the rules are very simple. As long as we all play nice and have a laugh, that's what it's about. You tap the link, brother. You made the choice. You crossed the line.
You wait and see what I pull up on my mystery object. I'll tell you.
I suspect it's going to be a mobility or something like that, or one of them easy seats that you push a button and the seat goes up in the end, tips you out.
I've got to tell you guys now, right? This is God's truth. I left school when I was 15 and a half, which is about AD 1020, whatever. And I've become a slaughter.
Was that BC, before cornflake?
Hey, watch my lips are talking, right? I left school.
See, the problem is with that is that I had the power of the button to cut you off, and I can see you down there now laughing and swearing and calling me names. You see, that's how it works. When are you people going to learn?
You win.
So do you want to start that all over again?
I'm bored now.
Did he get his hookings picked up like that, Nick? Did he? Oh, love you. Oh, love you.
Going. Show me your pass. Go on. What are you going to say?
Pardon?
You don't tell me
No,
you've lost.
I can tell you, when I left school, I was 15 and a half years old, right? And my trade is a slaughterman. So be careful. Be very, very careful.
As long as you know the difference between a saddle and a horse, I'm happy, mate. Not a problem.
I know ways of killing things and you'll never know.
Brother, you
including lawnmowers.
Look, at the end of the day, seriously, it's you that's sending me more questions about lawnmowers via email. I don't got to read them.
And that's true, because I ain't got a clue. What is this nut boat? You know, I spend more time scrabbling around on the floor if I can get up, looking for a nut in the boat or washer. You wouldn't believe it.
You want to get one of them little stick things that you can.
I did, and I lost the bloody thing.
Next thing, you'll be buying mittens with a string that goes up the arm, so you don't lose them.
It's true. I still can't find the bloody thing.
Can we just explain to is it Mega Dirty Bertie about the emojis? I know he's really enjoying himself and he's expressing himself with a load of emojis, but we only like to use 2 emojis. So we only have 2 emojis in the old chat, buddy boy. It's just one thing. One of the rules of a house, mate. It's not a problem. Just keep it to a minimum of 2, and everyone's happy. We can all move on then. Obviously, he's enjoying himself and expressed it with a few emojis. That's all.
Yeah, that's cool. Not a problem. Monica says the power of the hand, mate. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. As soon as someone gets a little bit above their station, starts just plucking the chest out, boom, down they go. Down they go. They take 5 seconds time out and they come back up again. It's not a problem. That's how it works.
Hence this.
Look, gone. See?
Yeah, it looks like Mega Dirty Bertie.
I think we'll have a good old chat. So you were a slaughterman, were you?
Yeah, that's my trade.
Mm.
I was 15 and a half years old when I left school. Well, I was asked not to go back.
Yeah.
You know, you either, God, that's years ago. I was asked not to return unless I changed my attitude.
Attitude? Or did it suck?
Well, no, beating up teachers didn't help, to be honest with you.
All right, because I'm getting a little bit of that at the moment from you. You know, just a touch.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse, isn't it? Every week he comes up.
I tell you what, I can tell you some stories. At my age, I can tell you some stories. Anyway, 15 on Monday, went to work in a slaughterhouse. There you go.
I'll be here all night listening to one story.
I get bored halfway through. That's the trouble, Snobby.
I'm bored now.
So what is it you used to slaughter then, Bill?
Sorry?
What was it you used to slaughter? What sort of slaughterhouse was it?
Swine, bovine, and what's the name? Ovine.
Oh, really? Okay,
cattle,
cool.
pigs, and sheep.
Did they go into? I'm not familiar with a terminology. Did they used to go into the jig and then get their heads pushed up or then tipped on the side and whatever? Is that the same sort of thing?
No, that's the ritual thingy. What do you call it?
No. I think you might be wrong. You might be wrong. From what I'm led to believe now, the cattle go into a trap. The head goes. I mean, the head gets pushed up, throat slit, and then they're just tipped out sideways.
No. That's all to do with the religious slaughtering.
Yeah.
Nowadays, most stuff is treated with carbon dioxide, and they suffocate, and then you deal with it.
So that's we're talking about.
My day, we used to. Do you really want to hear this story or not?
No, I'm bored.
You really?
I shut up about 3 minutes ago. To be fair, I just thought I'd try and keep the chat going. That's what I was trying to do.
we used to. Oh God Almighty! I can't believe this. We used to put the cattle down the race, and they go into like a box, Okay, this is a true story, by the way. You lost interest already, or what?
Hold on.
Go on.
Hold on. Let me just get a
And
pillow.
in the box is like a step.
Somebody's getting comfy.
So they put
And
him
they
to sleep first,
stand on the step in this box. We used to use a captive boat and shoot them. And they'd fall out, and they weren't very well afterwards.
Yeah. So
And
when
then
you're saying about ritual, is that like halal meat and that
yeah,
sort of stuff?
you're right. Yeah, they don't. The thing is, with it, Mick, in all seriousness, they don't stun them first.
Yeah, because they're a little bit gone anyway.
I personally, and this is not, I'm not going to get into any argument with anybody. I think it's a disgraceful thing they do. But there we go.
But then again, it is religion, and religion is a funny thing. Some I'm not even prepared to discuss on this channel because it'll open up a whole can of worms that I'm not prepared to open.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, in my day, we used to use electric shock, exactly the same, on chickens and pigs, and bolt guns.
We used to use tongs on pigs, stun them, bring them over, and then just stick them so they bleed out. Yeah. Hey, this is a weird bloody conversation on a mower, bloody.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, right? Just to bring it in context, you bloody balled it up.
Only because I was bored.
So, Conker, what actually did you do?
In what respect? Did I kill them?
Was you in the production line of the slaughtering of the animals? Did you bone the meat? Did you bone the meat?
I did all of it. That's my trade.
What, you was actually boning the meat.
Steady.
Snobby.
Yes, Mick's there already. Hang on.
I know boners that bone the meat. They take the bones out the meat.
Yeah, they're called speed boners. I don't know where you've gone, Mick, but I'm with you.
Snobby's trying to say. Snobby's trying to do it with a straight face. Look at him. Look. Say it again with a straight face. You can't.
I know some boners. They have proper knives for boning.
I can't do it anymore. I'm finished. I can't do it.
I'm done. I'm done boning.
I don't know where you're going with it. I don't know where you're going with it.
Can we take this up on Dusty's stream tomorrow? Because it's more suited for Dusty's stream.
So how many pints of oil does go in the lawnmower?
Well, I was just going to show you be lining up boning the meat.
Oh, he's getting
apparently spark plugs are very good for lawnmowers as well.
Exactly, Dre. How do we address that? I'm not even gonna get to it. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna leave it exactly where it is. And unfortunately, people, as much as I enjoy to sit here and waffle, it is medication time for my little rider boy. 10 o'clock at night, he's got to have his sleep meds. So I do have to start knocking off. I've got 40 people. Why did I say knocking off and boning in the same concept? Anyway, I've got to shoot. No, right.
I'm going.
God, behave yourselves, you lot. So I've got 40 people in the chat still. As much as I'd love to have you around for another couple of hours, I can't do it. It's 10 o'clock at night. I've been going for 3 hours, 17 minutes. My throat's a bit dry, and Riley Boy's got to have his sleep meds. So I've got to go and do it. So thank you very much, Snobby, Granny, and Phil for coming in the chat. And Phil, next time, email me about what you want to talk about, and we discuss that first. Thank you, everybody in the chat for making my night extremely enjoyable. If you can give me a thumbs up on the way out, I would much appreciate your support. Thank you to Granny. Nice to see you, Granny, for a little while. Hopefully, you'll have a camera turned on in a couple of days and we'll be able to see your beautiful face as usual. Thank you to everybody that has joined and made this stream what it is. Without you guys, it's not even worth turning my camera and my PC on. So thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me tonight. And I look forward to seeing it all on the next one. Do not forget, Dusty is live 6:30. Dust.
Yes.
6:30 UK time tomorrow. It will be Dusty Blonde's live stream, and it'll be no doubt just as much as a blast. Especially if Phil turns up and talks about boning stuff and what have you. I'm going to leave it there. I've really enjoyed myself tonight, and as always, you lot are my family, and I really do appreciate having you all around me and having a laugh and a joke. It's a fantastic stream, and I love you all. So look after yourself, start dropping off, and leave the thumbs off as you go out. I would much appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Micks Mowers or the next live stream or the next come up. So look after yourselves, and I'll see you all soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Granny. Bye, Mick.
Bye, Granny.
Bye. Bye.